to sell your old place first. Sounds perfect, right? That's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Buy your new home now and sell the old one later. Here's how it works. Orchard gives you cash so you can buy and move into your new home first, on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then the Orchard experts take it from there. They handle repairs on your old home for you so you attract the right buyers. Once they're done, a local Orchard agent lists and sells your home for top dollar. Orchard's Move First program gives you the freedom to buy and move into your new home first and sell your old home later. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Ready to find out how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com.
Fox 31 pinpoint weather, sunny and warm again today, high 65. We dip to 34 overnight and then much the same tomorrow, high 64.
This report is sponsored by King's Hawaiian Sliders. Nothing brings friends and family together on game day like delicious King's Hawaiian Sliders. Bring them to the big game table and be the real MVP. Pick some up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your local store. Football and King's Irresistible Hawaiian Sliders. There's nothing like it.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
KHOW Denver. This is 630 KHOW, Denver's talk station, an iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. Attorney General Pam Bondi today announcing a wanted terrorist is in custody for an attack that took place in Libya 14 years ago.
I'm proud to announce that the FBI has arrested one of the key participants behind the Benghazi attack. Zubair al-Bakash landed at Andrews Air Force Base at 3 a.m. this morning. He is in our custody.
4 Americans were killed in that Benghazi attack. The search goes on in Tucson, but still no sign of Nancy Guthrie, the 84-year-old mom of Today host Savannah Guthrie. The sheriff there, Chris Nano, saying they're asking for prayers. 7 months after deadly flash flooding in Texas Hill Country, a 5th lawsuit has been filed against Camp Mystic, where 27 campers and counselors died. Another brutally cold weekend for millions of Americans along the East Coast. Extreme temperature warnings out from Detroit to Boston down to North Carolina. Could feel like 15 below in New York City. This is ABC News. President Trump now apparently pushing for his name to be put on 2 major transit hubs, New York's Penn Station and Washington's Dulles Airport. Sources telling ABC's Jonathan Karl the president told Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer he wanted that in exchange for freeing up some $16 billion in infrastructure money. Schumer is said to have said no. It's tough these days to get potential jurors to show up at court. Dr. Omar Ibrahimi was a little worried when he saw a summons on the countertop of his Darien, Connecticut home, but then...
Actually breathed a sigh of relief when I saw it wasn't my name on it. And then it took me a second. I'm like, wait a minute, why is my daughter's name on this jury summons?
A little weird because Zara Ibrahimi is only 4 years old.
She's like, what's that? And I'm like, it's where you listen and you decide if someone's guilty or not guilty. And she goes, I'm just a baby.
Like countless other Americans, she got out of it. I'm Sherry Preston, ABC News.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your basement. There's a pair of overalls that overall you're not so into anymore. A perfectly good laptop that hasn't sat in your lap in months. And even more stuff, but still no jobs? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed, and they're the stuff inside your stuff. Even inside that winter coat that moved with you to Phoenix. Our job is to unlock those jobs, and it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
KHOW News Time, 10:03.
One of the owners of the Return to Nature funeral home learns his sentence later today. John Halford is due in court on state charges related to the improper storage of bodies at the funeral home he owned with his wife, Carrie. The two were arrested in 2023 after 189 decaying bodies were found improperly stored inside their business in Penrose. Halford faces anywhere from 30 to 50 years in prison. Carrie Halford is facing 25 to 35 years. The Colorado House is advancing a bill making it easier for rural school districts to hire educators. State Representative Tammy Story says the bill reclassifies executive directors with Colorado's boards of cooperative educational services.
Allow those executive directors to come out of retirement where they are receiving para benefits and return to service in public education.
Story says it would increase the pool of candidates for school districts.
Now, impact traffic.
All right, had a couple accidents out here. We're still feeling the effects on I-25, which they have cleared southbound at 58th. It backed up all the way to 104th, so it's pretty sluggish there coming out of Thornton. That's the I-76 westbound at 74th. That accident gone, much better. 270 is running a little heavy, though, east coming off I-76 through York. And the other problem was on Highway 85 at 104th. Actually had to close the highway down, but they've reopened, so that's improving. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
Why haven't you listened to Red Pilled America? I get it. You must have pronouns in your bio. Because if you don't, then you should be listening to Red Pilled America. It's a storytelling show for patriots. Listen to Red Pilled America on the iHeartRadio app. That's Red Pilled America.
You could win $1,000.
Oh, really? Excellent. That's awesome.
9 chances a day to win $1,000. Listen weekdays 9 a.m. through 5 p.m.
It's that easy.
On Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW. Sponsored by Window Nation.
You'd love new windows, but don't want to pay a fortune for them. Well, during Window Nation's Buy 4, Get 4 Windows free sale, you could also get 0 down, 0 monthly payments, and 0 interest for 2 years. Hurry, sale ends soon, so schedule your free estimate now at windownation.com.
When you need home repairs, don't let it ruin your day. There's no need to worry, plumb line's on the way. From heating and cooling to plumbing to electrical problems, we'll fix it for you. Plumb Line, the name you can trust. Plumb Line, you can count on us. Service at home, service at heart. Plumb Line Services.
Valentine's Day is coming, and chocolates don't last. Treat yourself. You deserve a 2011. February 27th through March 1st, it's Staccato Demo Days at Triple J Armory. 3 days to get hands-on with the pistol everyone's talking about. Smooth, flat, built for shooters who expect more. You'll shoot it before you buy it. Staccato Demo Days, February 27th to March 1st in Littleton and Colorado Springs. Triple J Armory. Flowers don't last, but firearms are forever.
BrothersFlooring.com, your trusted hardwood flooring experts. Schedule your free estimate at BrothersFlooring.com.
Now, here's your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. That's check. Enter it now.
Ripped off. Bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. Come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hello, and welcome to the show. I'm Troubleshooter Tom Martino. 45 years in Denver, recovering millions, hundreds of millions of dollars in cash, merchandise, exchanges, refunds, and services. I just thank everyone for the support over the years, and thanks for joining us. We are here to solve problems today. It's Car Day. That doesn't mean we only talk about cars, but cars are definitely at the forefront on Car Day. We've been doing this for many years. We got Kevin Calkin from Sheridan Auto Tech and Jeff Vick, Kimmer Transmissions. By the way, if you're streaming, you'll see them here in the studio. Major Marc Mager off today, and what deputies are on?
I'm holding down the studio by myself, Tom.
Okay, Deputy Doc holding down the studio.
Well, but not exactly true, because we also have Bo.
Oh, and Bo is standing by where? At home?
Yes.
Okay. You know, go ahead,
others.
Kelly.
But
okay.
I do want to give a shout out to Kevin, because we picked our car up this morning in detailed style. He actually cleaned it.
Really? You guys are good.
And
I like that car. It's a nice car.
What is it?
BMW.
The what?
Her BMW.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had a bad oil leak.
It's
So
not my. No, hold on, Kevin. Please. It's not my BMW.
okay.
It's
Adam's
oh
BMW.
Yeah.
But
I get
he
you.
did a great job, and just shout out to Kevin and his staff over
Cool.
there at Sheridan.
I want to ask people something. What's going on with Savannah Guthrie's mom? I mean, that thing just puzzles the hell out of me. I mean, this is a consumer show, obviously, but we talk about everything. And by the way, I want you to call me with any problem, question, or complaint right now. And calls always take priority. 303-713-TALK. That's the local iHeart number for those listening, no matter where you're listening from. And we get streaming from all over as well. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Then that other number I just started was 303 Martino. And that you can call around the clock. If you call, Kelly clears those calls every morning, weekday morning, and we'll get you on the show. You never have to hold. You just leave your number, say, Tom, I'm having a problem, call us. You can describe it if you want, or just leave your number. And that's 303 Martino, 303-627-8466. Okay, so Kevin, what do you think? I mean,
there's so much we don't know, though.
I mean, why would someone take an 84-year-old woman? Did they know it was Savannah's mom, do you think? Do you think they knew that? Or was it a mistake? Or why? I can't even imagine what I don't know. You see, it's less puzzling when there's a reason. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's justified, but less puzzling. Right now, I mean, if you think about it, yes, Savannah's well known, but it's not like she's on the tip of everyone's tongue every day.
Exactly.
And why would they take her, Mom? What do they want? What is the goal? Jeff, doesn't it puzzle you? I mean, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I see no reason for it. I mean, they haven't disclosed anything.
And the ransom notes were all bogus, so they haven't even talked to anyone yet.
Crazies walking around. I mean, you just don't know.
I hope to God she's alive. I was putting myself in her position. What would I do if back in the day my elderly mom is missing and somebody says she was dragged out of her place? I mean, you got to go crazy. Are we ever going to have a resolution to that? And then you have all the crazies, saying this guy's suspected, this guy's suspected. I mean, first of all, I believe the sheriff's a bumbling idiot, but that's just me. I'm glad the FBI's in on. He's a nice guy, but these law enforcement agencies get in over their head many times, like Boulder did with the John Benet Ramsey.
Exactly.
Does anyone have any speculation, though? Really? Like, what is it? What is it? Is it a kidnapping play? Is it? Is it a statement? Are we going to have a statement? It's just going to be, I don't know. It's just crazy. Anyway, I had to say it just because it's on my mind. 303-713-8255. And then something else on my mind. Kevin says, parts suck. He says not only ordering and finding parts, but quality of parts.
QC's way.
Quality control, QC.
Yep.
What's wrong? If you had to sum it up, I mean, across all manufacturers, why is quality going down? I mean, aren't parts a function of tooling and dies and just punching them out?
But, you put a water pump on a customer's car and he comes back the next day with the water pump leaking. The next day, And there's nothing the installer could do about it.
Yeah, the customer doesn't understand that's not the mechanic's fault. It's literally the parts that
no. So are you saying basically that, I mean, you really mean it, that all parts have less quality now?
I wouldn't say all, but there is more and more.
Now, are we talking OEM or aftermarket?
Both.
Both.
Yeah.
And OEM, for those listening, original equipment manufacturers, that's preferred over aftermarket sometimes. Sometimes aftermarket brags that they're better than OEM.
And sometimes they are. But that's why it's important. I mean, we have a good warranty and we don't argue. I mean, of course we're going to warranty it. But the 3-year warranty as opposed to like a 12.
And what's really funny is the manufacturers or distributors are on your case for having too many warranty claims.
Yes.
And you're saying, wait a minute. The reason I have warranty claims is because of you.
Yes.
not because of me. I just install the thing. And do warranties pay for the labor part?
Ours, the Napa Auto program we're a part of pays us half of our normal labor.
Okay, let's talk to Noah. Wants to talk about a driver's license issue. Hey, Noah. By the way, it's car day, but as I said, we talk about anything. What's going on with your license, man? What's happening?
I couldn't renew my Colorado license due to the 50-state compact because I have a DUI in Michigan from 2006.
Oh, wait. So was it under suspension from Michigan?
Yeah.
But wait a minute. 2006. Is this the first time since 06 you tried to renew, or tell me what's going on?
All right. So after my second DUI in Michigan, I moved to Colorado and got a Colorado driver's license and haven't had any DUIs out here, but I couldn't renew it after 7 years because they changed the laws.
Okay,
And,
I see. I see what you're saying. So you did have a license in Michigan. Then you had 2 DUIs. When you came here, you got a license. And during the time you had your license, the laws changed. So when it came up for renewal, they said no. And did you tell them? That's weird. Did you tell them that you had been, that you had a license? Are they going retroactive on everyone? You're not grandfathered in? Is it okay
what it
now?
Sounds like.
Go ahead.
I guess it's called the 50-state compact.
Okay, and so anyway, what are you? So if that's the law, there's very little you can do. But how long are they saying you can never have a license, or what? What is there a road to getting a license? Is there any kind of a procedure you have to go through?
Well, I went to the Secretary of State in Michigan, and they told me that I basically would just have to do as if I had just gotten a DUI in Michigan. But then I had to get approved for DUI classes in Colorado, and they approved this place, and I basically built up an entire portfolio and got approved for a hearing through Michigan. And then I missed the hearing because I forgot about the time zones because we're on Mountain Time and they're on Central or whatever.
Yeah.
And so now they're telling me I need to wait another year and compile a whole new portfolio, and just because I was late for the hearing, or I missed the hearing by 2 hours.
So you have to wait. Why do you have to wait a full year? Noah, what the hell's going on? Why do you have to wait a full year?
I guess they only allow you one hearing a year, and if you're more than 20 minutes late for your hearing, you have to wait another year.
Okay. So right now, you're unable. Well, you're driving anyway, I suspect, right? Are you just going to take your chances? What are you going to do?
Well, luckily I have friends, that, I live 2 miles from my job, so I bike or get a ride. But I do have a car that's just sitting that I do have to, keep it legal and move, because in Denver you're not allowed to park on the street without registration.
This 50 state compact, pact among the 50 states. What is it? Is it only for DUIs, or does it have to do with all driving?
Well, Michigan passed what's called the Clean Slate Act, where when they became part of the 50-state compact, they waived certain things like, what I mean is right now they share every state shares information on driving records. Is that what you're telling me? Yeah, I believe so.
And this just became effective while you had your license, but now you can't renew it. See, that's the part I don't understand. You had already had a license, and now they're saying that was, even though you were granted a license once, you can no longer use it. You can't renew it. And they said you have to go to this class and get it done. And you were late, so now you have to wait a whole year. That is unbelievable to me. You have to wait a whole year just because you were late.
Yeah, basically, I took all the classes and got approved for a hearing, and then when the hearing came along,
you were late.
I missed it because, yep.
God.
Yep. So I
Okay.
figured I'd call you for advice. So now I'm thinking about getting a lawyer. I located a lawyer in Michigan who specializes in this stuff, but they want like $4,500.
So let me ask you something.
So
You have to go to Michigan for the hearing. Is that the case?
it's a Microsoft Teams. It's just via
Okay.
video.
And the 4,500. Let me just tell you something. You're going to find that everywhere. A retainer. But did the attorney say for 45? Not for 4,500. But did the attorney say he's had success with cases like this or not?
Well, I have a friend who had DUIs in like Carolina and Michigan, and he gave me the number to this lawyer, and he had gotten his license back through them.
I hate to tell you this, Noah, but you may have to just pony up the money. I don't see what else you can do.
That's why. Yeah, that's why I called you, because I needed some advice.
Well,
So,
here's the deal. We can try to get Joe Lazzara on, but that's only going to be Colorado. I mean, we don't have anyone in Michigan, but I will tell you this, from what I'm seeing on the net here, that this is happening to a lot of people. I just read about this. There are many, many, many people who had licenses who now can't renew them, and they're all running into the same thing. You're not alone. It's a big deal. I mean, they don't care that you had a license here for years. They don't care, because now the law says you can have a license because they know about your record. We have to take a break. I wish I had a solution for you, but right now it looks like you're caught up in a snare, and some people have been getting their licenses back under extenuating circumstances using attorneys in their respective states. It's not just limited to Michigan. This is happening all over. Let me explain it very basically. You came to Colorado with a bad record from another state. You got a license in Colorado and you went on your merry way. You renewed that license. Then all of a sudden they said you can no longer renew it because now we have a 50-state compact and we share driver's information. So if you have any skeletons in your closet, we can no longer renew you. You have to go back to the state of offense and make amends. We have more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show, 303-713-8255, denverregen.com. If you're looking for testosterone replacement, they do it. Hair replenishment, they do it. And good old-fashioned stem cell therapy, and they do it right. denverregen.com.
Yep.
iHeartRadio.
Olympics update.
It was a successful beginning for the U.S. women's hockey team. They got off to a winning start at the Milan Olympics. Joy Dunn lit the lamp in an opening 5-1 win over Czechia.
Yeah. Obviously, there's things to clean up, and we know that, and we're going to do that, but I think building up the good things and learning from the mistakes.
The Winter Olympics opening ceremony is today. The Parade of Nations is set for 4 locations and will close with the lighting of the cauldrons.
For NBC's live coverage from Italy, search Olympics on the free iHeartRadio app.
Hey, when you're renewing your home, renovating your home, you want products that are energy efficient. You want products that are beautiful. You want products that have no maintenance, and you want a company with heritage. You get that all with K&H Home Solutions, 65 years strong, 303-421-7100. They even have painting pros to help you paint your home. So, painting, windows, siding, and doors, K&H has what you're looking for. khwindows.com. Call today, 303-421-7100.
Yep.
Valor. Okay. Gotcha. Are you familiar with the show, ma'am? Okay, perfect. Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
What do you, but so do you think,
Definitely,
there's a plan to this kidnapping?
somebody on
Money.
Yeah, but nobody's contacted anybody for money.
Well, speaking of money, a lot of people will be gambling on football tomorrow or Sunday, whatever. I'm actually going to start a little pool on this Guthrie girl.
My God, that's
I'm
terrible.
selling squares. We got dead or alive, missing a digit. Ooh, inside job. That's another safe bet. Yep, you got it.
It's sad.
Trump?
It is so
Trump?
sad.
$5 a square, Kevin. You in? By Trump.
I'm not going to make light of this.
Well, it's not. I didn't do it. I can't be responsible for every elderly kidnapping. You guys keep an eye on Tom, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Mine, Tom, don't go missing.
Man.
I bet it's some kind of fringe group of some kind.
But
I don't know
why her. Why her? I mean, they could have taken somebody more visible.
Yep, like her instead of her mom.
Yeah,
or if they wanted to prove a point or something. Yeah.
Oh man, I have a list. Terry Nadler would be fun. Shove him into a cargo van, drive off.
Well, you've already got the van.
Bail you out of jail.
Wouldn't entirely mind some time in jail. Get some rest. All I know is Super Bowl Sunday, I'll be heading down to Colorado Springs, get my hands on some wieners, man. They got the 7 chili dogs for $7 at Wiener Schnitzel.
We can't help Noah. He's done. I mean, we really can't. There's nothing we can do.
Yeah, you've proven that.
Oh, okay. I've proven it. Yeah, I mean, it's too bad.
Well, yeah. I had a friend get his 3rd DUI because he was out celebrating the leniency of the judge on his 2nd DUI.
Oh,
People
God.
are the best. I got it.
Okay, so this was the person who literally knocked on your door? Do I have that correct? Okay. All right, hang on. All right.
On the iHeartRadio app. That's Red Pilled America.
Hi, Tom Martino here. I want to go right to the phones. Like I said, there's not much we can do. When you lose your license under that 50-state pack, you have to go to that state and make amends. Unfortunately, I mean, I don't know if it's unfortunate. Some people are saying, look, if he had 3 DUIs and it's in another state, he shouldn't be able to get a license here. Leslie, what's going on? You're inquiring about a 2024 Nissan Pathfinder. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
What are you looking to buy one?
Yes.
And why did you select that particular make, model, and year?
Well, I've been looking for some type of larger SUV that I can pull. I have a Razor with a trailer and a small trailer separate, but I could pull either one.
Yes.
I looked at Toyota 4Runners and got sticker shock, which is still overcomable.
Right.
I can overcome that.
Right.
But, and then we're just looking around in our area, and we live in rural Wyoming, so we have to go out quite a ways to get some different options. So this was a car that was in.
So you
Casper,
found?
which is,
Did you find one? Then you found one.
Yes, I found one.
And where is it?
It was located in Casper, Wyoming, at Fremont Motors,
Mm-hmm.
and they did drive it to my hometown, so that I have driven it. I have seen it.
Okay, so what's your question?
The question is, am I getting the best bang for my buck?
Okay, how many miles on it, and how much are they asking? What's the mileage? How many miles on it?
The mileage is right at 15,000, and they're asking right at 40.
That's in the ballpark, actually.
That's right where it needs.
That's right where that doesn't sound excessive. So, I mean, if you can get them down a little, that's fine. But the average deals right now are about for low mileage are up to 39 and above. I mean, they're in the ballpark. It's not a screaming deal, but they're certainly not. They're not exaggerating. They're not putting you together.
I will say this, though, on the caveat about towing that Razor, I would lean toward spending the extra money and going with the 4Runner. It's going to be a much more reliable vehicle. It's going to last.
Why is it more reliable?
Well, Nissan, we've talked about their CVTs forever.
Yes.
And
problematic.
They're very problematic. And if you're going to be towing with it, you're stressing that thing quite a bit. I would rather see a conventional. The AB60F is a well-known, well-proven transmission. The 4Runner is a well-proven car. I think spend the extra money and you're going to be happier in the long run.
Did you hear that?
What did you say they had issues with?
The transmission.
The Nissan transmission.
Yeah, when you threw in the caveat about towing, I just would not recommend towing.
Now, this is a guy that works on transmissions, all kinds of transmissions, and he's saying the extra money is worth it if you go with a Toyota. Now, how much more are Toyotas of that vintage?
What I'm seeing online, they're very comparable priced. I mean, they're 38, 39, 40 in that same range.
Okay. Are there any others? Nissan, Toyota, what else in that category?
Well, that size SUV, Toyota's tops. Anything else you get from there is you're going to be taking second and third place.
GM. I mean, I hate look at. I know how people like Japanese because they're reliable, especially Toyota.
Sure,
but really and truly, the better value will be with an American made because they depreciate faster.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I hope you understand what I'm saying. I'm not saying, Leslie, that they're the best going in new, but once they depreciate, you get way more vehicle for the money. What would be comparable for GM or Chevy in that size? What
the Chevy Colorado?
The Colorado.
Colorado's a pickup or the Arcadia.
And is the Colorado a nice platform? It's reliable.
It's decent. Yeah.
Have you? Do you even consider, Leslie? You'd save a ton of money going American, or are you hell bent against it?
No, I'm not. I hadn't thought about actually the initial depreciation that's taken off the vehicle.
Yeah, let me explain this to you. Because the Japanese cars depreciate slower. They are bad used car values. I'm not saying they're bad cars. They're excellent cars, but you're paying out the nose for a used Toyota. If you get a comparable vehicle in GM, Chevy, or Ford, what you're doing is you're getting way more vehicle, way newer for less money because of the big depreciation. Again, depreciation doesn't denote quality. It just denotes market value. And for some reason, Toyotas, because they've gotten that reputation, and they do last long, they're good cars. But see, I don't think you're going to keep any of them long enough to worry about their ultimate lifespan. People always say, how long is this going to last? Yet they're looking for new ones every 4 or 5 years. So what difference does it make? They're all going to last 4 or 5 years.
Yep.
But let me ask you that on your horizon, how long are you going to keep this one?
Historically, I keep my cars about 15 years.
Oh my God. So you do keep them a long time. All right. Huh.
Well,
the last car I bought was in 2012.
Well, that is, I mean.
Well, and the other thing you got to consider too, I mean, you're only talking about 2 years that you're of a used vehicle. For the financing rates, you might want to consider looking at whether or not new is going to be better in the long run.
Good. That's a good point too. Then, but it's way more though. Way more. So, basically, all I'm saying is if you're going used, what would you guys say on a used Colorado? Can she get 10 good years of service if she gets low enough mileage or what? What do you think?
I would think so, as long as you keep up with the maintenance. And I mean, obviously, when things come up, fix them and don't let them get worse.
Anyway, you have a lot to look at, but the bottom line is this. You called for some advice. Don't go with the Nissan. Go with the Toyota. It's worth the extra money. And you'll get way more. You're going to get way more, by the way, if you look at the American car. 303-713-TALK. Okay, let's go to Ed. Ed, what's going on with you? You got a 2017 Ford Escape?
Yes. And I just put a new engine in October of 25. And now they're saying that I need a new turbo, which will cost about $4,000. So I was trying to find a reputable mechanics here in Colorado Springs.
All right. Hang on. We'll have some recommendations for you right after this. I'm Tom Martino.
Very nice.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Dan Kaplis today at 4, 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
Yeah, it looks like we're in pretty good shape on the highways here, where all the earlier problems cleared up. I-25 south coming into downtown from I-70 through Spear is kind of bunched up a little bit. 270's been running slightly heavy out of Commerce City, both directions.
5.5.
Mississippi
thanks.
Construction work there does have traffic backed up to I-25. East side looks good too. 225's wide open. Pena, no delays if you're heading to or from the airport. With
I
traffic,
like the Chevrolet in Colorado.
This report is sponsored by Taking a Walk podcast.
I'm Buzz Knight, host of the Taking a Walk podcast. Step with us into the world of music. I bring you up-close conversations with new and legendary musicians. For one of the best music interview podcasts, listen to Taking a Walk on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hail damage? Get help now with the exterior home professionals at Genesis Total Exteriors.
Oh, wait,
they do
these are way
roofs,
new,
siding,
too.
stucco,
they're
windows,
not.
decks, and
Actually,
more.
you're
So
not gonna save a
everything can
shitload
be
getting to
handled by
Colorado.
one trusted company.
Use
One
Colorado.
estimate. Think
That's-
smart.
that's
Think
surprising.
Genesis Total Exteriors.com. On my referral list for many years at referralist.com or Genesis Total Exteriors.com. 303-679-8509. 679-8509.
Man, I am happy to tell you about the only realtor that made the cut for Team Dave Logan, and that is Troy Hansford. I recommend Troy because he's the only agent that will guarantee to sell your home at your price, or he'll write you a check for $5,000. And the good news, he puts that in writing. He can make that guarantee because he spends tens of thousands of dollars generating demand. And right now, he has hundreds of approved home buyers ready to buy. He just doesn't have enough houses. So if you have a house, Troy might have that perfect buyer for you right now. Give him a call, 720-900-4433. Let me give you a story. Just last week, Troy listed a house that was on the market for almost a month. You know what? Troy sold it for full price in less than a week. And if for any reason you need to sell right away, Troy will buy your house for all cash, and he can close in as little as 7 days. Call Troy and get your home sold for the most money. 720-900-4433. Again, that's 720-900-4433. Troy Hansford with RE/MAX Professionals, a Colorado licensed broker. Some restrictions apply.
Ryan Schuling here for Window Nation, and I've learned a lot about why they are the go-to option for new windows after interviewing Denver sales manager Ryan Quinnell. With custom-made windows for both your home and the Denver climate, Window Nation ranks highest on Forbes' list of best window installation companies. And now is the time to buy with Window Nation's Buy 4 Windows, Get 4 free sale. Plus, you could get them with 0 down, 0 monthly payments, and 0 interest for 2 years, as well as a pair of Icon Pass 2-day sessions. Schedule a quote now at windownation.com.
Ford Courier windshield.
For many of us, it's a time of deciding to make positive changes in our lives. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. And if you're suffering with erectile dysfunction and are tired of the frustration and embarrassment ED causes, you should call the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic today. because there probably isn't a better resolution you can make than to be done with ED. You see, ED doesn't just affect you, it can also affect your partner, even if they don't talk about it. But here's some great news. If you're like most guys, the treatments at the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic will give you back your sex life, because our protocols have success rates that work in well over 90% of cases. Seriously, you might even find you're performing like you haven't in years. So, make an appointment and get ED out of your life.
I didn't
Your
realize
initial
he
visit
said
is only $99 and
I haven't gotten a
includes blood
DUI
work,
here
medical
yet.
consult,
Right.
and if medically advised,
And then he was
test
talking about all his
results.
friends with
If that test
DUIs. It's
doesn't
like you
work in
guys
the
are running
office,
around
your
in a
visit
gang.
is
I can't believe he actually said that.
440-7900.
Well, I think it's a good
or go
thing
to
if they're sharing info, so you can't go from
That's
state to state and keep avoiding
RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
it.
We have
my old
5
boss
offices
did
across
eons
the Front
ago
Range to
after
serve
For
you.
plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains, think Plumline Services with quality brands like Carrier. I'm consumer advocate Tom Martino. I use Plumline in my home. Service professionals, 25 years strong, on a mission of excellence, character, and ethics. Castle Rock to Fort Collins since 1998. Plumline and Carrier. Turn to the experts. No phone call, no hassles. PlumlineServices.com.
Service at home, service at heart, Plumline Services.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway.
Right,
Why
just
not
to
get real
generate.
cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Am I missing
Sorry,
something?
I kept feeding you spots. I didn't realize what I'd done.
Are we back on?
No.
Okay.
God ding dang it.
Never mind. Okay, thanks.
Everybody had to listen to spots online. Sorry about that.
Chevy.
Now we'll do something.
MyMoneyMyWay.com.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK. If you want the guaranteed lowest price on a furnace, if your furnace is getting old, you want the guaranteed lowest price. They guarantee it. GLP, guaranteed lowest price. RenewHomeInnovations.com, 303-904-2000. All right. Now, let's talk. Ed has a 2017 he wants to talk about. Go ahead, Ed.
Yes, I have a 2017 Ford Escape.
Yeah.
And I just put a new engine in it in October of 25. Just recently, I'm starting to lose power when I'm driving from Colorado Springs to Denver.
Yeah.
Sometimes I can't even pass a truck. And now they're saying that I need a turbo to put into the vehicle because the power is supposed to be, I think, like the boost supposed to be like around 20 range, but it's down to 12.
Guys, what
And,
is
I'm
that
just
originally a
trying to find-
turbo, or did he said
he had a turbo to start with, an EcoBoost engine is what it is. Yeah.
And so
he just needs to replace the turbo. It's worn out.
Okay, so when you did the engine, you did not do the turbo. That's what I'm. So you just did the engine in 25.
Yes.
So how much would that cost him? Are you going to do it yourself, sir?
He's looking for a shop, I think he said.
No. Yeah, because the turbo is going to cost me $4,000.
God. Okay, can you do those, Kevin?
Oh yeah, but I think if I heard right, he's in the Springs.
Oh yeah, Honest Accurate Auto.
Yeah, Jesse is perfect for that.
You would love these guys. Honest Accurate Auto. And they're great. They're just good people. They win awards all the time for their integrity, their honesty, their quality. So did you get it? Honest Accurate Auto. And yes. What will just roughly go ahead? Sorry.
Is there a way to maybe eliminate the turbo, even though it's like a 4-cylinder, and that's why it got the turbo in it.
You eliminate it, meaning take it out and have a regular engine? Is that what he's talking about?
No, that's way too much modification.
Yeah.
Way too much.
Yeah, that would when an engine comes with a turbo and you remove it. I mean, you're talking about changing the entire layout. I mean,
but and when we do an engine, especially a rebuilt engine, we always want to do the turbo at the same time because it shares the oil with the engine. So you don't know about contamination in your old turbo, putting it on the new motor.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ed, for calling. Appreciate that. Let's talk to Trish. Hey, Trish, what's going on? Hello.
Good morning.
Hey, what's happening?
Good morning. Well, let me get my glasses. Okay, yeah. A company for roof and solar came to my door.
What's the name of the company?
Valor, Valor.
Yeah, we've had problems with Valor in the past. They knocked at your door?
Yes, and I pointed out that I had a no soliciting. Well, they weren't selling anything. They were there to save me money.
Yeah, of course.
And,
of course they were.
And well, I'm not interested in solar.
Right.
Well, we're not here for solar. We're just, and anyway, long and short of it is that between them and my roommate, granddaughter, got me to okay an appointment, and I'm thinking of going with my gut and canceling it.
Well, hold on. First of all, I want to tell you something, and this is just the truth. Solar is not a great deal right now for a residential. It's not a great deal because all of the incentives are gone. Okay, so. If you have a commercial system, they're still up and running. Commercial systems are doing fine, and there's still plenty of government incentives for commercial systems. But all of the incentives for residential solar systems have gone away. And so they're a hard sell, and it's very difficult to get payback, even saving money. But particularly, we've had problems with Valor itself. I would just cancel the appointment. Listen, Trish, it sounds to me like you're going to be talked. Well, my gut feeling is you're going to be talked into something because you were already talked into an appointment. I would say cancel it.
Yeah. That's my gut. Yeah, that was my gut feeling. But I thought, well, I would just call. And
you know what? I think for two reasons. One, residential solar does not have any benefit anymore. I mean, unless you just want to go green and save some money on electric, but it's not going to get a good payback. And I also believe that you won't like Valor. I'm telling you specifically, we've had problems with Valor, and I just wouldn't do it. We got more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. I'm Tom Martino, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. One Clear Choice Garage Doors. I love this company. I've gotten so many kudos about them. They come to your house and do a complete tune-up of your garage door, or they can do new openers. They can do any part of the opener, new doors, any part of the door. They're also factory authorized to work on most doors. So find out more about them on their website, oneclearchoicedoors.com. And by the way, all their prices on that website, oneclearchoicedoors.com.
Now, impact traffic.
Yeah, it looks like we're in pretty good shape on the highways here, where all the earlier problems cleared up. I-25 south coming into downtown from I-70 through Spear is kind of bunched up a little bit. 270's been running slightly heavy out of Commerce City, both directions. Southbound Santa Fe at Mississippi, construction work there does have traffic backed up to I-25. East side looks good too. 225's wide open. Pena, no delays if you're heading to or from the airport. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
This report is sponsored by Red Pilled America.
Why haven't you listened to Red Pilled America? I get it. You must have pronouns in your bio. Because if you don't, then you should be listening to Red Pilled America. It's a storytelling show for patriots. Listen to Red Pilled America on the iHeartRadio app. That's Red Pilled America.
I have great news. The guaranteed lowest price on your furnace refurbishment. What the hell is a furnace refurbishment? It's when they take your furnace apart, spend 2 hours cleaning every nook and cranny, adjusting and tuning everything to give you more life and more efficiency. That's why the name is Fix It 24/7. They try to fix what you have and make it last longer and run better. Fix It 24/7. New customers get this for $39. That's right, just $39. Check them out at the website fixmyhome.com.
Thank you. What is Mark talking about? The kids swimming for shore?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Aren't you in that? Aren't you in that text message group?
Oh, no. What were we talking about? I thought Mark was. Oh, wait.
Wow.
Kids swam 2 miles.
I saw that. Yeah.
It's incredible.
He's a little guy, too.
What
12 years old?
He was 13. Australian family, day at the beach, playing around in the surf and whatnot, and they got swept out on just like little, inflatable rafts, having a pool or whatever. So mom's out there with, it was 2 other kids, right?
Yep.
So 2 younger kids, and they're 2 miles from shore.
They're just holding on
for dear life. She finally makes a decision. She tells the 13-year-old, "You've got to try." And he swam for 4 hours to get to shore, get to a phone, and get a rescue crew to get mom and his siblings.
Oh my God.
Yeah. 12, 13 years old.
When did that happen?
I'm not sure when. I didn't catch that. It's recent because he's been on the news and whatnot.
Wow. Jeez. Man. 13 years old, 2 miles.
Mm-hmm. In ocean water, not, tides and rips and everything.
He could have been killed
very easily.
Oh, heck yeah.
And what happened to their
in
boat?
Australia. I mean, they got so many sharks over there.
What happened to their boat?
They didn't have a boat. They were just playing in the surf.
Oh,
so
they got sucked out?
They got sucked out, yeah.
Really? Undercurrent can do that?
Some rip currents. He gets, pulled out quickly.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess to be more accurate, since they were in Australia, it was 4 kilometers.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well, that's not a big deal then.
2 shakes of a roo's ass.
Yep.
Say again?
Hey, Kevin.
Yes.
I just want to thank you again.
Of course.
Yeah. Did a great job.
Good. And you may still see a little oil. There's he did a good job cleaning it, but I guarantee you there's still a little pocket somewhere.
It's a BMW, so you'll be back.
Hey.
Thank you for that. That's also good to hear. I'm so glad he got me wasted and made me buy the car. No, it was only.
Well, at least you didn't end up with another kid.
Oh, that was already tied, cut, and decided. So, no, it's fine. He's fine.
Everybody's fine.
Exactly. We all love Adam.
Except when he's out of town and I got to ride you home.
Correct.
You got a ride?
That's how she texts it. Will you please ride me home today?
Ooh, jeez.
Okay, so Adam doesn't actually prefer that, but in my defense, that's how Uber says it. your ride has been confirmed. We will ride you home, and so if I can't get an Uber, I have a Shannon. And so I will text Shannon, not even thinking about it, and I'll say, hey, can you ride me home today at 2?
Uh-huh.
And do you make sure to review your driver?
No.
I do.
So what about finding a 72 windshield? They don't make them anymore.
Other than like a Safe Light or, regular glass place.
You think they would?
Yeah. Well, they would know if there was one. That's the,
Fix on the iHeartRadio app.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino. How are you? Waterpros.net. You want great drinking water at the kitchen sink, $1,100, triple filter, reverse osmosis. I wouldn't. You never buy bottled water again. Now, they have all kinds of systems. The message here, the best systems, the lowest prices, waterpros.net. That's just a fact. I mean, you'll save tons of money. Waterpros.net, 303-862-5554. Okay, so Byron has a problem with title on his property. Let's talk about that, Byron. What's going on? What's the problem, Byron?
Hi, Tom.
Hey.
So we bought the property back in 2000.
And what is it? Is the property land and a house, or just a house, or just land, a small lot, big lot? What do you have?
It was land at the time, and then we built the house on it. And then, so our neighbor owned it and sold it to us.
And when was this done?
So that was all 2000.
Okay, got it.
Then in 2003, we bought in 2000. 2003, she refinanced her house. The mortgage company put her legal description on as well as ours, because it was that way before.
Yeah.
And
so in other words, your property is
your
property is securing that loan.
Yes.
Okay. Well, they can't enforce that. I mean, obviously. I mean,
no.
Yeah.
Right. They can't enforce it, and we actually refied since then.
Okay.
And the title company just insured around it.
Yeah.
And they never brought it to our attention. But we would like to get that off of there.
I don't blame you.
And
I don't blame you at all.
Right. So I think there's a thing called the quiet title, but I was kind of trying to figure out the mechanics of
it's very easy, man. It's very easy. The bank, what you do is the bank simply has to do a corrected deed of trust.
Okay.
That's all it is, a corrected deed of trust. They just take your land off. That's all they do, but they have to do it. Now, if they don't do it, that's where you're talking about a quiet title action. Then that's a lawsuit, basically, but it's cheaper than a regular lawsuit. And Brad O'Brien can handle that on our referral list. He can definitely handle that. It's O'Brien Legal Services. And let me just give you his number real quick. And it really does not take a lot. But before you call O'Brien, you need to call the mortgage company and say, I need this corrected. It's pretty obvious you need it corrected, okay? And they're not going to balk at it. They're not going to balk at it.
Okay.
Now, they might go to your neighbor and say, wait a minute, we would have never given you a loan had we known this was not included. And they might want to call that loan due. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do, but that's not your problem. So it's just a corrected deed of trust. And if they don't do it, you do a quiet title action and ask Brad O'Brien and his team. It's olslaw.com. It stands for O'Brien Legal Services. The number is 720-370-7388. 7388. Yeah, and he can take care of that. And quiet title actions are not a big deal. Thank you. Rick, you have a comment for us? What is your comment, Rick?
720.
Hold on.
370.
Somebody, I'm talking to myself.
Got deja vu.
What happened here? Is that the phone making that? Is he listening to us? Is that what it is?
Actions are not a big deal.
Hey.
Thank you. Rick, you have a comment for us? What is your comment?
Hey,
Rick?
Shannon, put him on hold, okay? Please stop that feedback. Thank you. Get Rick and ask him what he wants to talk about. Tell him to turn down his radio, and then I'll talk to him. Okay. Meanwhile, I do have some questions on auto repair, so we'll get to it. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. We had this question the other day. How many chances do you give a shop to make something right? If they did a bad repair, you paid them for the repair, you paid them for the part, and how many times do you give them to make it right before you take matters into your own hands, guys? There is no right or wrong answer, but what do you think? I mean, if they're going to go to small claims court and the guy says, well, we were willing to fix it, there's no reason to sue us, what would you give them?
Well, it would vary a little bit with the repair. I mean, if it's
on what it is,
well, say it's an intermittent thing that comes up every week or something of that sort. And as long as you're communicating properly with the customer, everybody's on the same page the whole way.
So you don't think there's a set number? It depends on the attitude and what it is.
I think it varies, yeah.
All right, we have more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. Get your calls in, 303-713-TALK.
Thank you.
All right. What was that guy doing? Just listening to the show, basically?
Yep.
So, I'll tell you when you're done with your lives.
I don't have lives.
Okay, then I'll tell you now. He basically called to bitch about the fact that you were too mean to callers.
I'm mean?
Yeah. And then he probably does it on YouTube because he said he was basically bitching about Shannon.
Okay.
And because Shannon is too mean to me.
I think he's the right amount of mean to you.
Yep.
Just the right amount.
Okay. By the way, I did order, and I ordered it before you guys even got here today.
Oh, thank you.
So it should be here right around.
I'd like to meet with Rick.
You could ride him home.
Oh, man.
Come on, it's what Uber says. So it's not not a sexual thing, okay?
No, and I can attest to that.
Kelly, meet Shannon. His name is not Uber.
Uber Mensch. I think you know what that means. Fraulein. No?
You ever had iguana?
Yep.
How was it?
You can't tell the difference between a chicken.
Really?
No, bones are smaller.
Yep. So you just eat the tail part anyway. They're calling it the chicken of the trees in Florida.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Well, they're easy to catch when they're freeze.
True. Not so much when they're warm.
No, they're a pain in the... Iguana eggs in a taco.
What eggs?
Iguana eggs. I don't know. Onions, garlic, and bay leaves.
Oh, this is riveting.
think I'm going to pass on the iguana eggs, though.
I'll try anything once.
Yeah. They're kind of weird looking.
I had an uncle that used to get his eggs with dead embryos in them.
Oh. It's supposed to be, yeah. I know when we were doing chickens, they said you're better off having roosters. You get that blood spots and stuff are more nutritious and like. Okay. Certain things that come out, you know. You mix it up and scramble, you don't see it anyway. Backyard eggs aren't better though.
What are?
Backyard eggs.
Mm-hmm. When we can, we like to go into Montrose, and there's a lot of the farmers down there, and get them unwashed because they last for forever.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they taste better. Period.
It just the color's better. Everything. Yeah. See, we had like 25 chickens at one time, and we would trade guys. Another guy had some pigs, and he just goes in the garage and either he leaves money or meat and takes eggs. I didn't even know he was there. I go in the fridge to put some in there or something. Mike was eating whatever, 2 pounds of bacon and 4 dozen eggs are missing or something. So, because we never locked the house. There's stuff down there.
Anthony's Pizza. Well, I'm not getting any tracking information here.
I think they just opened, didn't they?
Yeah, they opened at 11, I thought.
You don't mean like one of these Epstein pizzas?
They said deliveries at 11. I mean, I didn't. They said.
Yeah, let them start it.
I mean, that's just.
Who is John Legend's wife?
Shouldn't have said that Shannon's going to be ringing the doorbell.
Yeah, but she apparently likes.
I think that's Dragon that does that.
Something.
That's Dragon that does that.
Oh, it's the Dragon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the doorbell.
Yeah.
That was first.
Then he does the drip, the smoke alarm. He does all kinds of annoying noises.
That was funny when he did it for schools.
The only annoying noises I make are out of my mouth. All right, as my granddad used to say, I gotta see a guy about a horse. I'll be back in a minute. Kelly's in charge.
Kelly's in charge.
Just for a minute, I gotta run down the hall.
I don't think I've ever heard anything.
Let's start the show first.
I'm gonna do it here, like seconds away, but then it's
All
either
right.
that or I refill a coffee.
All right. I turned my speaker down and everything.
Wow, you're growing up. It's all grown up.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
I'm Tom Martino, and I welcome you to the show. What's going on in your life? Hey, you know what? I can't believe I've been doing this in Denver for 45 years, solving problems, answering questions, taking complaints, making your life a little easier on TV and radio. Of course, I retired from full-time TV years ago after Channel 4 and then Fox 31. And why am I digressing like this? Because what the hell? I got to have something to say when I open the show, right? We're also streaming on YouTube. If you ever get a chance, you can download past shows as well. And that's Troubleshooter Network on YouTube. So welcome. What's going on? Let's talk. Let's solve some problems. I have some questions here. We asked a question. I got some text on it. And 3 seems to be the overwhelming answer. I asked people, how many times do you give a mechanic to correct a problem or to do it right before you take it somewhere else? We get this all the time. Over the years, here's what happens. They take it in, they pay for a repair. The repair isn't done right. They have to do it again. They have to do it again. The consumer usually says, well, I lost faith in them, so I took it somewhere else. Now I want them to pay. I want the original mechanic to pay because I lost faith in them, and I took it to a new guy, and the new guy fixed it immediately. That is a common scenario I know you guys have heard on this show, right?
Yep.
So what is the magic number? 3, 4, 5? I think 3 is a reasonable number, but Kevin said earlier, it depends on the complexity of the repair. Give an example, Kev.
Well, we've had issues with intermittent problems that may not arise. They may not even act up until every week.
So it's not that easy to fix.
It's not easy to fix because once you deliver the car, you assume it's fixed, but then 2 weeks later, it's acting up again. So, like I said, it's all to do with communication. If the customer and you are on the same page going forward, we may need the car for 2 weeks. We may need the car 4 or 5 times. That's all to do with the communication. But if he's done, I just give them their money back. I don't want to prolong it, but like I said, it's got to do with communication. You got to talk to your customers.
Okay, communication, and of course, the complexity of the issue. And the other thing is paying for it somewhere else. There have been times when consumers expect that, but it's really not completely fair. And I'll tell you why. Now, if you could not get the original mechanic you paid to fix it and you took it somewhere else, is it all right to ask you to pay for that? If it was under warranty, which it is, if it's a new repair, especially if it was never done right to begin with, there is no warranty issue. It's just the original contract. They didn't do it right. Should you reimburse the next shop for doing it? What do you think about that, guys?
I think it's more appropriate that you just refund the money that you took from the customer originally.
Okay, that's a better answer. Yeah. Refund the money you took from the customer to begin with, less the part if they're reusing the part, and then let them deal with the other shop.
Sure.
That's it. That's a really good solution.
The car if it's not right.
Now, I know that's best. Danny, go ahead. What's going on in your life, Danny? Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Tom Martino. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing good. Thank God I'm alive. That's what I say every day now.
I just want to thank you for. I called you I think a few years ago when I was homeless, and I talked to you.
Yeah, and if you tell me a little more, I'll probably remember the call. I never forget a call. So, what was your situation back then, Danny?
Right, my situation was I was homeless at the time. And and you sent me $100.
Yeah. Okay.
And I just want to say thank you. And I'm doing a lot more better today.
Now, I want to know this, Danny. How do you go from homeless to doing better? What did you do?
I just kept myself clean. I got my stuff together, and I went into a program that they will help me to get housing.
Yeah.
And one thing led to another, and I'm living in a house right now, all by myself.
How about employment?
Yeah. What do you do for work, Danny?
I'm unemployed right now, but I'm looking for jobs.
What kind of work do you do, Danny? What kind of work do you do?
Janitorial.
Okay. That should be easy to find work, no?
Yes, sir.
We have a great cleaning service that's been on my referral list for years. They do my home. They also do buildings. You ought to check with them. Excel Cleaning Services. They're great people. Excel. And talk to Rosie. Maybe they'll hire you. Now, listen, I don't want everyone bugging Rosie, but if you guys ever need a house cleaned or an office, they're the best. I've had house cleaners over my 45 years, time and time again, but I'm telling you, this is the best, Rosie. Now, this is also, I'm going to give myself a dinger here for the show, though. Hold on, because he called in for, you got to be able to use your dinger, right? And there you go. Okay, that's just a dinger, whatever somebody calls in for props or problem solved. Okay, now, I want to tell you about Excel Cleaning Services. It's a story near and dear to my heart. Anyway, Rosie's in charge. She owns the company. Jim used to own the company. Jim Saxton. Jim was diagnosed almost right around the time I was with pancreatic cancer. Now, as you all know from my journey, if you've been listening to me, there's about a 97% fatality rate with pancreatic cancer. And it's because it's an aggressive cancer and it spreads quickly.
And it's also silent.
Very silent. And very few people have symptoms. Symptoms can save your life, but very few have symptoms before it metastasized. Now, your dad died from
my mom.
Your mom.
My mom, yeah. She was having back pain.
I can't believe how many people, Jeff, they call it a rare cancer, but I can't believe how many people are getting pancreatic cancer nowadays. My God, I hear it all the time. Now, people might say, oh, that's because you had it and then you're just paying attention. No. I'm telling you, the circumstances seem to be that it's more prevalent, but it is silent. And the worst thing you can do, you go to the doctor with a pain and they say, you have pancreatic cancer stage 4, right? Anyway. So Jim Saxon owns Excel Cleaning Services, right? He gets diagnosed and he passed away. Now, Rosie has worked her ass off for him for years. Rosie ran the girls and all that, and he left the company to her.
Sweet.
Completely.
Perfect.
Debt-free. So she said, Tom, it's always been my dream. I worked with him, and Jim said she was like a sister to him. I think that is a great story. So people, if you need a house clean, you're not going to find better people. Better, more dedicated, hardworking people. And Rosie is even bringing it up a notch. So that's Excel Cleaning Services. They're on referral list too. And I just wanted to mention that because it really is something that deserves mentioning. And again, I don't know. It's Excel Services Network, they call themselves. And let me give you that number. Do I have it right? Yeah. Affordable Excel Services. Yeah. It's 303-649-1552. Yeah, that's it. 303-649-1552. They do Mark and Suzanne's house as well. And let's talk. What's on your mind?
Hey, Tom?
Yes, sir.
This may be redundant, but there's not one situation that I can think of in which communication is not the most valuable thing to do, whether it's client and attorney or doctor or whoever. Anytime there's a misunderstanding, if you just communicate, it solves so many problems.
That's always that. You're right. You're right. You can't think of any problem where communication isn't primary. It is primary. And in fact, do you know where communication is the worst that comes up all the time with attorneys, and clients? You know, one thing I will say that the medical field has done right, healthcare, they have these portals now for messaging your docs, and they message you, and for test results and everything, and even clinical notes. Do you remember, Doc? It used to be almost like doctors kept things secret. You couldn't read the doctor's notes.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't know
you
what.
Always could. It just wasn't. It wasn't as public as it is now. I mean, everybody knows now, whether it's social media or the zeitgeist, but people know that you're entitled to read your medical records.
Yeah, but it used to be, Doc, really and truly, it was secretive. I mean, you know, you never knew what the doctor was saying about you or thought about you or gave you. You know, they would have a PR discussion with you, and then they wrote on their little clipboard. The portals nowadays are unbelievable. You can order medicine. You can message a doctor. You can message anyone on your care team. UC Health has one of the best I've ever seen, but they're all pretty damn good.
But Tom, not only that, but our insurance company makes us take classes on communicating with patients.
Really?
In
That's
order
cool.
to keep our insurance.
Yeah. They ought to have that, by the way, for attorneys. There should be some kind of a communications class. That's why John Fuller always talks about giving his cell phone number out. He gives his cell phone number to his clients. And he says, honest to God, Tom, it's my personal cell that they can call or text at any time. And they don't abuse it. So he does it. Anyway, let's talk some more. 303-713-8255. What's on your mind? We want to know about it on the Troubleshooter Show. And then we have another question. We already talked about how many chances do you give a business. What about this? How about this one? Should negative reviews be removed when something is solved? Now, some people think yes, they solve the problem. Others say no. If you had to go through a lot of hassle to get something fixed and it's fixed, people should know about that. But a lot of businesses want reviews, bad reviews taken down if they come through finally. And the consumer says in some cases, wait a minute. If you had done the right thing from the beginning, but I had to fight, I think that review should stay up there. And this whole idea about reviews, being blackmail too. It goes both ways. We'll talk about that and more on the Troubleshooter Show right after this.
Thank you.
iHeartRadio.
Olympics update.
The Winter Olympics opening ceremony is today in Milan. Speed skating
It
Olympic
says my
champion
pizza's
Erin
1
Jackson
minute
is
away. I
excited
don't
to be one
believe
of the
it.
Team USA flag bearers.
Oh, it means so much. I ran into
I didn't realize
one
Jim
of my
Saxon
teammates
was one of the
in
ones you were
cafeteria
talking about
yesterday, and he
earlier.
was like, I've been voting
He
for
was
you
my
like
ex-wife's
crazy.
cousin.
Saturday is the
Really?
first full day of competition in Milan. The action will include alpine skiing and the men's downhill medal event.
For NBC's live coverage from Italy, search Olympics on the free iHeartRadio app.
Hey, discount bath. Great words when you hear them together, because baths are usually pretty expensive. By the way, baths do return your investment with better home values. If you want to do a bath for the guaranteed best value and best prices, guess what? Discount Bath. They don't just call themselves Discount for nothing. They are Discount. Here's what they want you to do. Go to the website, discountbath.com, answer a few questions, then you get a private link where you can upload video. So make a video with your smartphone. Go in the bathroom and say, I want to move this vanity, or I want to walk-in shower, or I want to move this wall. I want to move the toilet. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want tile floors here. I want a backsplash here. Then you upload the video. They give you a price without coming to your home. Now, of course, they're always happy to talk to you. They have all levels of finish and trim, whether it's your fix and flip, your rental, or your dream home. DiscountBath.com, 720-979-2322, 720-979-2322. Vestera Turnkey. When I say that, I want you to know it is a program that helps you become a landlord. What they do is help you find a property in a promising market and buy it, because they act as buying brokers. They also have management companies to help you rent that home. And then when it comes time to sell it in anywhere from 2 to 3 years, you sell it for a profit. It's an equity play, but you're a landlord as well. If you want to know more, contact Vestera Turnkey. They have programs right now in promising markets. I own 4 houses with them. 303-888-3788. 303-888-3788.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So on his review of the buffet, and nobody's commented. Oh, a few people have.
Okay. Oh, he's getting closer. He's in the subdivision.
Yeah, I bet. I said, I can't wait to try it, because he said in it, I don't normally like buffets or whatever. I said, I can't wait to try it out. Also, I have alienated friends.
Brothers, they want a review, and you didn't even leave it off yet.
Huh.
I have no tolerance for that elitist attitude.
Well, it's
What
not elitist. It's just if
he-
you've never
he
been,
did.
you don't know the whole etiquette and all that stuff. I mean, I went to see that's a buffet.
Oh, and
I remember
worse,
Dominic.
the worst
He was
buffet
sick
in-
for a very...
And
There it is, bro.
Tomatoes,
Yeah.
like I said.
Can you get that, Kev?
And, soup plantation and
Loved the soup.
Paper plates are in that. Well, we'll come up and get them.
Hero. I've been to Hero.
Big fan of the Hero.
So, it's just sometimes people don't know.
What they don't know.
Yeah. It's a good way to put it.
I was hoping somebody'd get a kick out of my little comment, though. I have no tolerance for that elitist attitude. See, that's kind of the...
I don't get it.
Where'd you put it? TikTok?
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Okay. That's
just
probably
that
why.
to have no tolerance for that attitude is also
Post
elitist.
stuff like that. It's not necessarily your demographic.
Yeah, it is. It's my people.
My peeps.
They're very young.
Nazis use TikTok too.
Oh my God.
What? I can't help that it's my initials. We'll be there on your butthole.
Let me see what I have here.
Oh, son of a...
Don't.
What?
We're almost back. I can't believe this Erica chick has been emailing, and I finally leave her a voicemail this morning, and she's just like,
Not interested?
she's frustrating because I don't have any more outbound.
And you're normally so nice to other women.
Oh, shut up. I am very nice to women.
That's what he just said.
Yeah.
How much time do I have, bro?
Not long.
13 seconds.
12, 11,
Mhm.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Our
2,
American stories.
Hey, Tom Martino here. Welcome. 303-713-TALK. 713-8255. Let's talk about your problems, questions, and complaints. Should negative reviews be removed if the company comes through? What do you think, Jeff?
I think it just really depends on the situation. You know, if it was an honest and fair review, then I think it should stay. But if somebody went out vengefully, I've actually had customers threaten to put up negative reviews, wanting a discount.
Yeah, see, that sucks, and it has become a weapon for some. I've had cases where a company would put up a bad review about another company,
A competing company.
There should be some way to verify these, but there's not. The one thing you can do with reviews is if you see enough of them, you're going to eventually know what's up. You know, I mean, if a company has tons of bad reviews and then a few 5 stars, you know that it's manipulated. Or if it has all 5 stars and then 1 negative, and it's a really, really bad negative, that could be a blackmail job. But anyway, I think a negative review should not come down. Now, if you've overreacted and flew off the bat and put up a really negative review, and then they turned around and fixed it, and there was a little misunderstanding, I would take that down. But if you told an accurate portrayal of events, you know, I had to call them 16 times, they finally sent someone out, and after 3 times they got it right, or I'm still waiting for a repair, then you go on and update it. There's nothing wrong with updating it, but I would keep the original rendition up there. For example, I've had negative reviews where I put reviews up about companies. Then I go back and say, somebody finally came and you know, took care of it. Bravo to so-and-so for handling this. Maybe this won't happen to you in the future. So I think an updated review is the best way to handle it. Mm-hmm. But I don't think removing a review is right unless you overreacted. A lot of people overreact. They get really pissed off. and they put that review up there as a punishment, and they're really pissed. I don't think reviews should be punishment, and they certainly should not be done as blackmail. Have you actually been told sometimes or been said, I'll give you a review if you do this?
Oh, yeah. Most definitely.
Or the other way, it's like, if you don't do this, I'll give you a bad review.
Just like I said.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
What, they say that. They say, I'm going to get, if you don't, well, that puts a bad taste in your mouth.
Yeah,
You don't
it's
want
like
to.
hand them their
What do you
keys.
say to them?
I hand them their keys.
You do?
They get out.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't need you.
You can usually tell the people who really had something spiteful in mind because they write a novel.
Yep.
Instead of having
You're
maybe
right.
just a paragraph or a couple short sentences, you get the entire first section of War and Peace.
That's true. But, we've gotten clunkers over the years, and we've earned them. And I learned from it and saw what we could have done different and fixed it. I mean, I think you're right. You got to get a bad review once in a while to realize what you're doing wrong.
Yeah. Anyway, so the verdict is from these texters that they would leave the review up if it's accurate, but they would do an update. And I think that's the way it should be. You do an update, but you leave the original one up there if it was accurate.
Sure.
If it was accurate. Now, something else that came up, and I wonder about this. This guy said the homeowner ultimately canceled this contractor, but I put a lot of work into this job, estimating, planning, and even trying to line up subs. Now, granted, and by the way, I'm putting these in my own words because it's way longer. I did not have a written contract, but I did work. I measured, I estimated, I even roughed up a plan. I even lined up subs. The homeowner says, you know what? We're going to hold off. So here's my question, and this has come up many times before. When should preliminary work be paid for? In other words, at what point does a contractor say, wait a minute, I can't just do all of this for free. But at the same time, if you don't, you may not get the customer. But what if I say you don't charge if they ultimately become your customer? Mm-hmm. But isn't it fair to charge if they cancel? What do you think? I guess that would have to be a discussion up front, right?
Yeah, that would be up front. Exactly.
Of course. But at what point, when do you pay for preliminary discussions? Like, so many people are used to having a contractor shoot the breeze with them about their project to a point where, I've seen contractors spend weeks, not every day, but spend weeks back and forth, emails, phone calls, even a visit or two, and not get the job. That's kind of weird.
That's tough.
Let's take, and this is not about Mitch Floria, but let's talk about the art of granite. So Mitch will, give you an idea of the price. If you like it, you say, yeah, come on out and take a look. They come out and take a look. They measure and template, right? So they've given you preliminary. They've helped you select materials. They've templated and measured. Then he goes back and you call and say, by the way, let's hold off. So is that worth? And now I'm not saying, by the way, Mitch has never complained about this, nor has he asked me to do this. I'm just using him as an example. What if you just canceled? Now he's put all this time and money into it, or energy. He's had somebody go out and measure and template. Is it worth paying for? Would you charge the customer? Say, look, I did this, this, and this. I think what I would do is have some kind of disclaimer. And I would say preliminary design and estimation free of charge if you become a customer. Mm-hmm. But there is a minimum charge. If you don't, I would have a minimum charge, maybe even just something to keep them honest, like $149 or something. I don't know. But I think
with all the planning and measuring and
listen, you would not believe how many people do that. How about carpet installation? It takes a long time to work up an estimate. Mm-hmm. You have to measure. It's not like you just go and say, oh, this will be, well, you could do that. This will be around $7,000. And if you decide to do it, then you take the time. Mm-hmm. That's another way of doing it. Give a rough ballpark, then go in and surgically give them an estimate. But then what if it's way off? You have a problem. So at what point do you think it's appropriate to have that discussion? I think that people have devoted more and more time right now to sales than ever before.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think part of the problem too is consumers don't understand, I think, sometimes the effort and time that goes into estimating. We'll get a phone call, to compare estimates or something, and it's like a 7-step repair with
So I never even
there's a lot of time involved.
I never even thought of that. Let's talk about cars. I mean, you can't expect a mechanic to go and tear something down and look at it for free, right? But at the same time, people want estimates.
Sure. And like you were saying, we try to give them a ballpark.
And then if they like it,
if the vehicle is here and we can see it and verify the repairs, we'll give you an exact estimate before we start.
So, okay, so you have some idea up front.
Yep.
And then when you do the estimate, you can then rightfully charge from that point forward.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Exactly. Even when you're working up the estimate. Have you had times where unexpected things come up and are discovered?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what do you start taking the car apart? You can find
what do you do in a case like that? Do you have a disclaimer on the contract?
No.
What if you were going to do something for let's say $2,100, and then all of a sudden, wait a minute, I can't reuse this. We have to do this, or something really serious, a small crack in the head or something.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
Well, you generally have that conversation going in with the customer anyway. If I'm selling you a transmission, okay, we're going to be disturbing a lot of that car, getting that thing in and out between axles, drive shafts, linkages, so on and so forth. So, you let them know this job is going to have a scope of blank to blank, but, we are going to be inspecting anything we're disturbing along the way.
And one guy just texted me saying that he wouldn't get a job if he charged for any preliminary work. He said it's too competitive out there.
It is competitive. Yep.
Well, that's kind of sad, but at the same time, I understand it. But we have, as consumers, we have come to expect a lot of free preliminary work.
Yep.
Kevin, have you had people pull in with their car and say, what's wrong with it?
Oh, sure.
Yeah. So you give them an idea, but do you say, listen, it may change once we get into it?
Yeah, and we'll do different things where it's like if it's a noise and a suspension, it's like we're not going to charge you for an inspection. We'll do a test drive. We'll put it up on the rack. We're not going to charge.
But how much time will you devote to free?
15, 20, 30 minutes to that, and see. And obviously with the idea that we're going to sell work.
Yeah.
But if it's electrical or drivability or anything else, it's the clock starts as soon as we start looking at it. And we're straight up about it. There's no magic. There's no hidden, electrical draws, things like that. We're a 2-hour minimum.
Got it.
Just to look at it.
All right. I'm Tom Martino, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. GenesisTotalExteriors.com. Now, I know they do all the outside stuff, but they do painting of kitchen cabinets, special paint, special finishes to give your kitchen a whole new look. GenesisTotalExteriors.com. How much time do I have, Shannon?
5.5.
About what?
5.5.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, 5.5.
I'm going to go get some.
KHOW Denver.
Some pizza.
Sure.
No, I understand. We can absolutely help you. All right, sir. Okay. Go ahead. Okay. I'm glad that you're healthy. What is your first name so you can talk to Tom about this? Jose. Perfect. And Jose, you're not using right now, right? You're not.
I hope he is.
Okay. Oh. All right. So what exactly are you just talking about Erica, right? And working in a mental facility. I gotcha. I gotcha. You're familiar with the show, so you know you're going to be on air? Okay. Jose, hold on. I'm gonna get you on with Tom as soon as possible, okay? I'm sorry. You went a little bit too fast for me, Jose. What was your question? No, no. No, it's not court. It's not a testimony. Right. We're a call-in radio show and we take live calls so that other people can garner the benefit of learning from our experts. And we definitely have a lot of experts that can help you. And her. Well, that's what we aim to do is we try to help people. So you just got to trust me, okay? Tom is going to be on to talk with you, okay? Just slow down your speech a little bit, and you're going to be okay, Jose, okay? We're going to help you and Erica, all right? Okay. I I understand completely how you feel. You just have to trust me. Go on air with Tom to talk about this, and we're going to help you out. Okay? Is that okay? Jose? You there?
That's Jose.
Jose?
Oh no.
Okay. All right. I'm going to place you on a brief hold. And when we get back from break, Tom's going to go straight to you to help you out and Erica. Okay?
It's going to seem like a much longer hold because you're
All
high.
right. Just hang on for me. All right? Just hang on. I understand how you feel, and
Have you been on meth, Kelly?
trust me. I'm trying. Yep.
All right.
No. Do you want me to use it? Do you want me to use a different name?
Hose B.
Budweiser.
Do you want me to use a different name than Jose?
Hose B.
All right. I'm going to call you James.
Oh, for God's sakes.
Okay. All right. All right, Jose, just hang on with me, okay? We're about to come back. And Tom's going to help you out with this, okay? You got to tell him your story. We have many experts that can help you out with this, okay? Just hang on. All right, hold on.
Kelly's trying to commiserate with a guy on meth like she's the one that the Red Hot Chili Peppers wrote Under the Bridge about. No, I know exactly how you feel. Is that what you were saying? No, I've gotten a bad batch before too, man.
Shannon, do you want to make these phone calls? Then shut the fuck up.
I would kind of be entertaining.
Hey, 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 watch that
Ho,
mouth.
ho, ho. From hey, hey, hey to ho, ho, ho. So are you guys actually not here on President's Day?
That's what they said.
All right.
We go by what they want to do.
How do I even describe this? I don't even know how.
You said you completely understood.
Well, I understood him. He sounds like he's on meth.
Awesome.
Call 844-844-IHEART.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Welcome to the show. It's car day today. If you have a question, problem, or complaint, give us a call on car day, which is today at 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. But you can call about anything. James, for example, calling about a medical issue. James, welcome to the show. How can we help you? How can we help you, James?
Well, you can help me today because there's an employee at Fort Logan Mental Health Hospital.
Yes.
That shoots up meth every day before work and during work and after work, and the hospital refuses to do anything about it. You know. And
Now, are you a fellow employee?
No, I'm a concerned citizen.
Okay. And how do you know that this employee is smoking meth every day?
No. She's not smoking meth. She's shooting it up with the needle.
Oh my God. Okay. How do you know that?
And I know how because this employee was shooting me up. I never shot up ever before until this person started shooting me up 8 months ago. I got tired of it, so I went to Texas and I got sober.
And she works. What does she do at Fort Logan?
She used to be a phlebotomist, but now she's a nurse's aide.
And she's on meth. And you said they won't do anything about it. Maybe they don't believe it. Did you complain about it?
Yeah, and I sent the email to the director and everybody. They don't believe me because she tells them that not to believe what I say. And and I told them, if you take a UA, it will come out dirty. But they refuse to listen to me. She even has a court date coming up next month on the 3rd for possession of a needle of meth.
You know, James, like I said, I'm not sure why they're not listening to you if you made a complaint. Maybe they feel it's not accurate, and maybe they feel like, I have to believe they don't believe the complaint. Otherwise, they would be silly not to at least test this employee. Do they have regular testing at work? I don't know what they do at Fort Logan. I have no idea as far as...
all I know is about, they only do testing if... incident happens, they get hurt. They have to do it for workman's comp type shit. But other than that, they only did one when they first got hired, and other than that, they don't do regular testing. But I told them start to do the test, and she's going to be dirty for meth, and they refuse to listen to me. They tell me that I'm a liar, and that she told them not to talk to me. So.
Now, tell me why this concerns you. I'm just curious. Were you friends with this person?
Yeah, look, I was friends with this person, and this person they started shooting me up, and then I'm like, no, So I went to Texas and got sober.
Okay, James. Why? Let me ask you this. Why were they shooting you up? You had to have given approval. It's not like they did it against your will.
Yeah. Because this person was like, "Oh, I'm a phlebotomist. I know what I'm doing. You won't get hurt." And I'm like, "I guess go ahead." So then, I did it because of the intimate thing,
okay. Now I'm getting a picture. This was your girlfriend.
Yes, and then she's not only she's a meth, but she goes to work high as well, and she's with the patients trying to tell them not to do drugs and how to better their lives and stuff when she's doing meth every day. And
this used to be your girlfriend, right?
Yes.
And so now
she kind of still currently is, and she doesn't want to stop. And the hospital won't listen, and they won't do nothing about it. They just say they're not going to listen to me. And she told them that she hasn't seen me in years. But no, we live together to this day.
Wait, you're still living with her?
Was until yesterday.
Until yesterday. Okay. Put him on hold. I don't know what to do with this. James has a girlfriend. Apparently, he was living with her until yesterday. Now he's dropping a dime on her. Any thoughts on that? He sounds like he's methed a little, but he says she was shooting him up and he went and got straight.
Well, he reported it to his superiors. There's nothing else he can do.
Not to his superiors, but her superiors.
Well, whoever it was.
Yeah. But
I mean, that's it.
James, I mean, that's all you can do. That's all you can do. I mean, they apparently don't think it's credible coming from you. You know, they think maybe you have an axe to grind. And maybe you do, James. It sounds like it. You were living with her.
The day after he moves out, that's when he decides to drop the dime.
Right, exactly. To tell us that she's shooting up meth. Maybe you go higher than that department. Maybe you go to the board of, did he say, well, he didn't say she's a nurse. He said she's was a phlebotomist and then is a nurse's aide, I believe. And I have to think that truly, no matter how crazy he sounds, I'm not saying he does, but you would think that they would err on the side of caution. And I'm not sure what the rule is on drug testing. I really am not. Can an employer drug test anytime? Can they just drug test you? I don't know the answer to that question. Thanks for the call. Anyone else who wants to call with a problem, question, or complaint, give us a call, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255, or you can call 303-MARTINO, 303-627-8466. Gravina's has the greatest windows. We're talking about 50 lines of windows. You're bound to find one that you like. 303 Gravina's.
Thank you.
Now, Impact.
You mentioned drug testing. I think he's tested a lot of drugs.
Yes, he sure has.
We've got a little slowing left over from an earlier crash, westbound 70 at Peoria, but all lanes are open through that stretch. 270, a little bit of traffic. Pena's been running hot and cold. Right now it looks like it's wide open and coming out of the airport. I-25 north around 6 up towards Colfax is a little sluggish, and still have that construction zone on Santa Fe that's holding up the drive southbound at Mississippi. Left side's blocked there, and it is backed up to I-25. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
This report is sponsored by the Our American Stories podcast.
This is Lee Habib, host of Our American Stories. On our next episode, we'll share the story of the most underrated president in American history. We're talking about James Polk. You won't want to miss the next episode
that hero
of Our American Stories.
If you're looking for a steel building, let me tell you about GreatWesternBuildings.com. They have a giant factory in Grand Junction, 120,000 square feet. They employ more than 100 people. And why am I saying this? Because many steel building salespeople lie about being part of a factory. They lie to you about being factory direct. But Great Western Buildings is one of the few true factories that sell direct in all 50 states. So if you're looking for a steel building of any kind, you'll get 100% American steel guaranteed for life. GreatWesternBuildings.com.
That a little shorter than I was used to.
It's a minute. It was just a 30-second spot, I mean.
You're doing great, Tom, and you have 4 minutes.
Thank you. Thank you.
We can't do that. We don't have a defamation attorney that's on our referral list, so I won't be able to refer you to anybody. But you can certainly Google it. So I already forwarded your emails to Tom. That's really it. If he hasn't responded, then you'd have to go. Then you'd have to go on air. Are you familiar with the show? Okay. So we only do on-air calls, and that's because people in our audience may be under similar predicaments, and we always like to educate people, so we don't do off-air calls. So I have forwarded everything you've sent to Tom. If he hasn't responded, then you would have to go on air to get some free legal assistance. may not mean it's from, a definition of something, but it could mean that you're with one of our other attorneys. So, sorry about that. Okay, bye.
I'm very proud of you.
For what?
You put up with a lot.
Hey, Tom.
He might just be away at his little pizza party.
That was a big miss.
Oh, you're a big miss. Well, actually, petite.
I needed that.
You're a petite miss.
Yeah.
Most likely it's not.
Wait, you think Bennett will be?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because you probably.
Hey, Tom and the guys.
Tom and the boys.
Who?
Dirty Mike and the boys.
Kevin, Jeff,
Remember that?
Tom.
Well, if they stop the info, they're attacking each other. Don't like you just like for your position.
Have you heard that other guy? What's his name? He's a really fucking nut.
What's that?
It's me. You're talking about me.
The guy running for governor.
Oh.
Marx.
Victor Marx.
Yes.
Victor Marx. Kelly was trying to talk to you, but I doubt it's important.
Who?
Huh?
Kelly?
What?
Was Kelly trying to talk to me?
Uh-huh. Now she's angry. Angry monkey.
I'm always angry with you.
That means you like me. I'm not here, unless it's my meth dealer.
Hey, what's happening in your life? We're here to help you solve your problems, answer your questions, take your complaints. I'm going to some of these questions we had, but somebody wanted to know about the longest lasting because we were talking about it earlier. Like, should you buy a used Japanese vehicle, which is more expensive than a used American vehicle because American vehicles, they depreciate faster, but the actual mechanics of them are almost as good. But I looked it up, and here's what we have. Really and truly, it's amazing. But based on, listen to this, based on registrations, an interesting statistic, cars on the road the longest. The number one, based on auto registrations. Come on, take a guess. Come on. Let me do a drum roll here.
Subaru.
It is at 30 plus years, Toyota Land Cruisers. Okay, turn you on. Okay, overbuilt drivetrain, they say. Low stress engines, global design, parts availability. They're on the road for plus 30 years. Wow. Next to that, I mean, honest to God, this is based on registrations, and the top 5 are all Toyotas. All of them.
Yeah, we're not making it up. Yeah.
Toyota Land Cruiser number 1. Number 2, the Tacoma. It says it's a simple vehicle, strong, and reliable. Number 3, the 4Runner. Now,
which is basically just a boxed-in Tacoma.
The Toyota Land Cruiser, based on registrations, the most of them, 30 plus years. Tacoma, 25 years. 4Runner, 22 to 25. The Tundra is number 4 at 20 to 25 years. The Sequoia is number 5. Holy crap. Toyota has the top 5 slots for longevity based on registrations. And I like basing it on registrations because those are cars on the frickin' road.
Yeah, yep.
Now
they're more expensive to fix. Don't let it, when a Toyota breaks, they are more expensive, but they just don't break as often.
And number 6, 7, and 8 are all the same manufacturer, Honda.
Okay.
The Accord, followed by the CRV, followed by the Odyssey. Is that the van?
It's a van, yeah.
So that's what you have. And then rounding out...
Where's the Subaru come in?
I'll let you know. Rounding out the top 10, though, Chevrolet Suburban is 9. Chevrolet Tahoe is 10. So those are the top 10 based on registrations. I'll look at the rest coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. I'm Tom Martino, 303-713-8255 or 303-MARTINO. Man,
Very nice.
Those are unbelievable statistics.
What it doesn't take in account for, though, is how many miles are on the car. No, how many miles are on each one of these?
Well, you better believe there's a lot of miles on them if they're on the road.
Not necessarily. Well, yeah, it's
not necessarily.
Hold on. Why so many calls? Good morning, Tom Martino Show. Please hold.
Okay.
Good morning, Tom Martino Show. How can I help you? Absolutely. And the car, guys? Yeah, you got it. What's the year and make of your car?
Jesus Christ. Don't.
See, now you can get your doorbell.
Oh, good Lord. This is so not my... I make souffles. What's your name? Neil? N-E-I-L? All right, Neil. Hang on for me, and I'll get you on with the car guys, okay? Uh-huh. Wow.
Somebody said that guy sounded like he was tweaked on meth.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, we said that.
You think he was? Huh?
God, I had a hope.
Hey, quit drinking.
Picked a bad day to
Toyotas are rugged as a motherfucker. God almighty.
That Land Cruiser definitely is. That thing's a tank.
Especially the old school Land
The old school Land Cruisers, yeah, with that big straight six.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and I had an FJ40.
I love the FJs.
With
I
a tree on the
them.
tree.
They don't make them
God.
anymore, though, right?
They're coming back again, is what I understand. I remember working on that big motor, trying to pull a head off that thing, and you just cherry pick.
The FJ is a nice car.
Yeah, it is. And it's a heavy duty.
Okay. All I wrote was, is the FJ, and it says cruiser coming back into production. See, it's listening to me. I know it is.
What do you want to talk to Tom about?
Yes, it's making a comeback. New Land Cruiser. The FJ. Launch is planned for mid-2026.
I never understood why they take down popular products.
I know, like the Avalanche. How long when do you think the FJ will hit the U.S. market?
Okay.
I would think sooner as opposed to later. I would think the U.S. market is most likely the one to have the most demand on it.
They're saying it's going to be a compact version. Though.
I know.
A
four-cylinder.
The pictures, it's gonna be more like one of the new Broncos kind of size.
Oh, really? Like
yeah. So I don't
like a Bronco Sport.
Yeah, no, I'm not thrilled with the way it looks.
I got you.
See
What's
how
your
low
first
it is?
name?
Yeah.
It looks a lot like an Escape and any other of those things, you know.
Ah, shit. They don't look like they do.
No, that's a bummer.
What is the year and make of
Oh, yeah, I see it. They're cute.
Yeah, but it's a woman's car now.
Yeah, but you don't buy the FJ to be cute. You know, you buy it to have the truck.
Look at that little son of a bitch.
It's a Kia Soul now.
I wonder what they're going to sell for.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Okay. I think I understand.
The baby FJ.
Today's car day, so I've got a couple really good experts that can give you some great advice on this, okay? So what I'm going to do is...
No U.S. plans right now.
Are you familiar with the show? Perfect. Perfect. All right, I'm going to place you on hold, and Tom will be with you momentarily with our car experts, okay?
This Billie Eilish thing just won't go away, will it?
The what?
Billie Eilish.
The stolen land comment.
Yeah.
And who did we steal the land from? Indians? Is that...
Yeah, well, that's what they're joking about, is the tribe where her mansion's built wants their land.
Well, yeah, they're going to foreclose on their mansion.
It's just cute when celebrities act intelligent. They go to these award shows and they just have to one-up the last person who said something. God forbid something happens to them. They're screaming, "Where's the police?"
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about? I'm fine. No, I'm not. I just... Shannon, you've been with me for the last 2 hours. You don't think I've had to deal with, like, complete maniacs?
I know they've had to deal with you.
Yes, because the other 2 chicks were so totally put together.
Is Bo coming over for the pizza?
Probably. He'll grab it and run.
I was laughing so hard with that. You go up and there's nothing there, and then you go back and it's there.
But
I know it.
When Bo steals something, you know it's a true 5-finger discount.
Yeah.
Has the revenue been worth the harm? Join me at 4.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hello, I'm Tom Martino, and I welcome you. What's going on in your life? We have the Troubleshooter Show live from my studio in my home. I have Kevin Calkin from Sheridan Auto Tech, Jeff Vick, Kimmer Transmission. It's car day, but we talk more than just cars. However, in car news, it's pretty cool. We have the new FJ coming out, and that is pretty cool. The FJ Toyota Land Cruiser. They stopped making a while ago, and they're bringing it back, and that's going to be for the European market. No plans yet for America, but they think maybe late 2026. It's called a baby FJ.
Yeah,
it's a downsized version. Looks like a little Bronco or something, but it's a good looking car. And it's going to be a 4-cylinder, a straight 4.
That's just not the spirit of the Land Cruiser.
And that's the FJ Cruiser, by the way, is the name of that. And we've seen FJs around, but it doesn't look anything like the FJs you've seen around. Okay, this caught my interest. Have you ever heard of a TV show called Living in Black and White? Have you ever heard of it?
Mm-mm.
Well, I'm surprised we haven't heard about it because these guys are trying to pitch a TV series made in Denver. And this TV series is made in Denver by local people, all local cast, crew, local everything. It's a comedy. And it's called Living in Black and White. It's about, here's what it's about. It's about a black guy who lives, he's a music executive, and he lives in Denver. And he opens his home to rent out to a white football coach from California. And it's a comedy about how these two different people share one roof. And right now, they have on YouTube, there's a pilot, and they're trying to get this pitched to the networks. It's shot entirely in Colorado. It's called Living, just like how it sounds, not living, but Living in Black and White. I'll be interested to see what it looks like. Have you ever heard about it? Anybody? Dragon, you
First time. I hadn't heard.
I'm surprised local media hasn't picked up on it, but I haven't heard anything about it. But they say what they're trying to do is show that you can have a quality TV series locally produced without any studio behind it. I wonder if they'll ever get picked up. Living in Black and White. Okay, so back to the longevity of cars. I did the opposite search as well, because we took auto registrations and talked about the cars that last the longest. And the top 5 are all Toyotas. Land Cruiser, Tacoma, 4Runner, Tundra, Sequoia. Then the next 3, Hondas, Accord, CR-V, and Odyssey. These are the longest, up to 30 plus years on some of them. And then 9, 10, and 11 are American, but 9 and 10, Chevrolet Suburban can last. They have many cars out there, 25 years, and the Tahoe, 23 years. The Ford F-250 and 350 are 11 and 12 for the top dozen. Now, as far as registrations that are retired the quickest, where they drop off the registration rolls, assume that they have a short lifespan. Again, I believe registrations are really a good indication of cars on the road.
Sure.
How many registered vehicles on the road? I can't freaking believe the number one. I can't believe it. God, I'm so sick of this.
What,
X7, BMW, my car. My car, they say 10 to 14 years only. And that's the 7 Series. It says, oh, well, hold on. It says 7 Series ultra luxury sedan. It doesn't say the X, but do they call mine a sedan? Anyway, it's the 7 Series. Mine's a 7 Series. It's an X7. Isn't that considered a 7 Series? Or are they talking about
740?
740? Oh, yeah.
The sedan.
Anyway, Mercedes is next for the shortest runs on the road. Do you remember when, I mean, Mercedes and Beamers were considered the best cars you can buy? They're not.
No.
They're all show. And number 3, these are the shortest lived vehicles, people. The Audi. The Audi. And of course, I would expect this one.
Land Rover.
Exactly. The Land Rover. Piece of crap. 8-year lifespan. An average. Maserati. Maserati. Man, that is something. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 5th shortest car, the Maserati. And then the Jaguar. And the Mini Cooper. And last, the Cadillac. They can last about 12 years. And Doc, you asked about the Subaru. I don't find the Subaru in the top or the bottom. They're probably somewhere in the middle. But in any
I'm
case,
just surprised.
In any case, they're saying that if you want to look at engines, you can. These cars all seem to be grouped with engines as well. So the bottom line, I don't know why it matters if a car lasts 30 years. Who's gonna keep a car 30 years?
You'd be amazed.
I'd like to know, anyone listening, who kept a car the longest right now? Anybody listening right now? What do you think? I mean, you guys service them. You don't have any owners that have kept a car 30 years. Come on.
Oh yeah. No, we
come on.
There are people putting scary money into some of these older cars.
Very much so.
Yes.
And quite frankly, we had a lady in just before winter with her 1966 Mustang that she bought brand new.
Yeah, but that's a specialty car, though.
It wasn't for a long time. I mean, when it first came out, of course, it was something everybody wanted. But then, of course, as you got older, you got into different cars. But she kept it all this time. Usually that would have changed hands multiple times.
So we're talking about people with 1996 vehicles.
Not a lot.
And quite frankly, during COVID, when the price of vehicles was up so high, people were putting scary money into those cars.
When you say scary money, what are we talking about?
More than what the car would sell for. They're putting in maintenance and repairs to keep it going.
So does anyone in within my reach, if you have a 1996 vehicle, I want to hear about it. And then what about mileage? What's the top mileage you've ever serviced at your place? Now, I know we've heard of others, but I want to know your actual experience. How many miles?
Probably 400.
All right. 400,000. My God. Neil, what's going on? You looking for a pickup truck? Neil?
In here on a heavy-duty pickup truck.
Okay.
Right? Looking to go diesel, looking a little bit older, either around 2003 to 2008, or even the 2015 to 2019 range. The options that I want to ask about are between a Ford 6.0, 6.4, and we don't need to include the 7.3. It's kind of like an amazing one, but the 6.7, or go with more the straight engine with, say, Dodge has the Cummins, the 5.7 and the 6.9 or something like that, 6.7 and 5.9. What's your opinion? Which one do you think of any of those would be best? Or do you have something else to bring to the table that might be a great option?
What would be good? Diesel, he wants.
Well, if you're in diesel, I mean, I'm a big fan of the Duramax, especially with the Allison transmission. And not today's Allison. That's not actually made by Allison. That 10-speed is actually made by Chevrolet themselves. But the 6-speeds were darn near indestructible.
Yeah, they're pretty tough.
What is your budget, Neil?
Honestly, under 35,000 would be ideal. And, the much older we go, you can find a lot of those trucks really high miles, around 10 to 15,000. So definitely under 35, the more money saved, even better.
Most, between the Cummins and the Ford, they're pretty much comparable, no matter which way you go. Cummins maybe a little edge.
And that's one thing Americans do have, are good diesels.
Yeah.
I mean, more so than the Japanese.
And the newer ones you get, the more crap is on them with the, the Smurf fluid and everything you got to run for the exhaust fluid. And so that's the only downside when you go a little bit newer. But the older Cummins is a hard motor to beat. The rest of the truck is so, but the engine's good.
So,
Neil,
Neil,
you're saying the Duramax. What generation are you thinking?
Well, I drive a 16, and I've got almost 200,000 miles on mine, and so far I've had to replace the EGR coolers.
Okay, that's not bad.
How much would that be worth right now, that car?
Oh, I'd say he's probably somewhere around the 35 range.
God, This holds their value.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Chevy and the GMCs are always quite pricey tagged.
But Neil, it'll give you a lot of service. Thanks for calling 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Donovan, advice on a used car, is it? Do you have one in mind?
I actually have already purchased one.
Oh, what did you purchase? The Chevy Colorado?
I do have a Chevy Colorado.
They're nice. They're really nice. Do you have any specific questions on them?
So, I have the ZR2 edition, and which has every bell and whistle on it except for a microwave. So I purchased this in August of 24 for $51,000. Had 11 miles on it. And I was kind of pushed into the buy because the dealership that I purchased my previous vehicle from was sworn up and down. It was certified used, and it was great, and I had nothing but problems with it.
Really?
I had a 2019 Silverado, and it was just junk. It was beautiful, but it was just junk. So it sat in the shop for 5 months for the auto stop and transmission problems. And I got 5,000 miles after the repair and then having the same problems again. So I was like, well, let me see what I could do. What do you got in your lot that's more affordable for me? And I was looking at what they had. And at the time, like I said, it was 2024. He's offering me 2022 vehicles with 50,000 miles on it for $45,000. And I said, well, how much is a brand new one? He says, well, you could get this Colorado for 51. It had a warranty. I was out of warranty. I purchased an extra six-year warranty, which brought it up to the 51 because I got a better deal on it. So now I'm in 2026. I'm down to 39,000 is what I owe on it. I am a single dad. I have one income. I was a subcontractor for quite a while, and my contractor that I was working for kind of flaked on me.
Yeah.
So I went and got a full-time job, and now I'm been debating for the last few years, or for the last few months, I apologize. Should I just get rid of it and take my loss of what I've invested in it? When I purchased it,
how many miles on it right? How many miles on it right now?
7,400.
Oh wow! You know, they're selling now. Cars.com to me is the widest database we have on cars, and they're selling with that vintage for about 38,000.
Okay.
And that's too bad, but that's your model too.
Right.
And you're buried in it. You have more. You have way more in it than that, don't you?
Yeah, when I got it, my previous payment was around the 690 mark, and I wanted to bring my payment down and the balance down, so I put 15,000 down.
What's your balance? Wait, how much you owe on it right now?
39K.
You may have to take money to the table to get out of it.
What year was it? 24?
Yeah. Why would you get rid of it? You're already buried in it. Just keep it. Yeah, it's a 2024. What are you finding, Kevin?
Well, locally, they're with that low of miles, they're in the 40s.
Oh, really? I'm finding around the country 38. Well, it's too far, but
Cars.com has one for 47,700, another one for 51,000.
What am I not looking at? I'm looking at a used Chevy Colorado.
Yep.
With that miles on it. And what are you looking at, Kev? How many miles are you looking at?
This one's got 7,000 miles. It's 47,700.
Okay, I see. Yeah, the lower the miles, you're right. They're a little
nation,
and it depends on the trim, his trim. So
too.
But why would you get rid of it if you took care of all the problems now? Why not just enjoy it?
Because like I said, I'm a single dad, and I got one income. I got 2 kids, and I'm just kind of looking out for my future. I'm 55, and I'm a carpenter by trade, and I'm like really good at my trade. And
okay, so
I
are
live in
you willing?
Colorado.
Are you willing to almost break even? You might make a few grand on it. Are you willing to do that right now?
I've been thinking about it, but all I have is a work van for my backup.
Yeah. So
And
are
so
you
I
going to
have-
be in a position to buy? The whole idea is this: are you in a position to buy another vehicle when you sell this one?
Yeah, I have some good savings.
You got a break, buddy.
Okay, I gotta take
I
this
want-
break. I gotta take this break. We'll think about this during the break. I got more coming up. I'm Tom Martino.
I'm worth a lot more.
I'm worth a lot more.
I'm worth more.
You know what? You're right. And
What's
we
that?
want to pay more at Give Me the VIN because good cars are worth more. And so are you. For top price, trust, and ease of transaction,
so he still has a
GiveMeTheVIN.com,
payment.
America's
That's what
best
it
car
is.
buyer.
Yeah, like $700.
The Art of Granite.com. I want you to visit that site and then visit the Art of Granite in Golden. You know, they'll give you a price on the phone, or you can go see Mitch Floria at the Art of Granite. They have a great selection of granite and all natural stone. They're stone importers. And by the way, you get wholesale on all countertop materials and the best prices anywhere for countertops. Think about that. Theartofgranite.com. You want great pricing? You want wholesale on all materials? Tear out and haul away is also included free of charge. 303-386-5919. Call them today. You're 3 or 4 weeks away from brand new countertops. 303-386-5919. Hey, right now, you are crazy if you don't get this refurbishment from Fix It 24/7. I had it done on each of my furnaces, and you should have it done too. If you're a new customer, for $39, they take it apart, refurbish it, they clean every nook and cranny, then they put it all back together, tune and check it. It's a furnace refurbishment. $39. Are you kidding me? That's because they want to show you their level of service and what they do. So when you do have a problem, you'll call them. FixMyHome.com. Book now. The extreme clean, tune, and check. $39. That's FixMyHome.com. Book now.
I've always.
Well, and I wonder too, because if he said he got that in 24, so interest rates were shit then.
How many miles does he have?
7,400.
7,400.
Yeah.
But if interest rates were shit then, he may be able to refi that truck into a better interest rate and make it so he can keep it.
Yeah, they're not that. Actually, there's not that many going for that much money. You found a few, but
No, just those are highlighted. But yeah, just with that low of miles. But he should be able to break out of it.
yeah, for sure he can get out of it. But then he doesn't. What is he going to do for a backup? I mean, he has a van.
And when that van needs to go in for repairs, what are you going to do?
Yep.
Well, it's my only car. It's not my problem.
That's why I see. I know. That's why I see guys with these truck payments. You know, $1,200, $1,300.
Honest to God.
Nuts.
What is the average car payment right now?
It's probably up around $700-800.
Well, I'd say it's higher than that.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. I'm just sick of trucks. So
Yeah, trucks they definitely skew it. $748 for new and $532 for used. That's lower than I thought.
Hey, Tom.
Yeah.
Are you done with Donovan?
Well, unless he has any specific questions, yeah, they've weighed in on it. If he has a specific question, we'll go back to him.
All right. Hey, Donovan, do you have any more questions, or are you good?
No, I said he had savings. Just save up and just go buy a backup car.
All right, if you have more questions,
Get out from underneath the
hang on
payments.
for me, okay? Uh-huh.
He's not going to get, well, Why did he have trouble with the Colorado? They're pretty reliable.
Well, the 8 speeds that they had in there were a huge issue. And well, his is what year did it?
24.
24. So that one should be a 10. It could be an 8 speed, but it might be a 10 speed. But both of them were big issues.
Mm-hmm.
And for a while there, GM didn't have a fix for a lot of it.
Yeah. Because they had that auto start thing was a nightmare.
Hey, Troy.
What do you mean?
Well, what even just the auto
start mode, you mean?
Yeah. It wouldn't start when you try to take off from a light. It wouldn't engage. Which sucks. I mean, you're sitting on the light and nothing's going. I hate that.
I don't know how the fuck they work.
All right.
Does it basically start and stop? Is your starter being used that much?
On a lot of the cars, it's a starter. Some of them actually use an alternator to engage and start the car. And I mean, there's all kinds of things. It's just technology's crazy. I think the Land Rover uses the alternator. It's got a clutch on the alternator that it can engage.
Most people turn the thing off
Yeah.
when they get in there, but their complaint is,
Right.
well, it just resets when I get back in.
Right. That's right.
So a lot of people, the other thing that people do is, the little clip on your bread, they snap that off, push it in, shove it into the button,
Shove it and jam it
completely disable it.
Well, especially on, I forget which car it is, the starter's inside the bell housing of the transmission.
Yes.
So to change the starter, you got to pull the transmission in.
There's a
Like
few of those out there.
$3,000 starter.
Yeah, there's a few of those out there. Nissan's got one, or
Nissan does.
Infinity's got one out there like that. I'm trying to remember which model that was. It's basically almost like a Porsche platform.
Yep.
I've never looked to see whether or not we can program out the start stop.
You mean with the
With the computer
scanner program.
I wonder if we can turn that feature off.
Do all cars have that now?
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com.
Regulated.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. We're talking about cars, trucks, vans, whatever. Donovan, he really wants some advice. So, guys, if you have a pretty hefty payment, you are going to do better than break even. The more we look on your 2024 Chevy Colorado ZR2 with low mileage, you're going to come out with about $5,000 possibly on top of it. So you'll be able to pay off that loan, but you're not going to get your down payment back. That $15,000's gone, but you might come out with $5,000.
Right.
Your better solution might be trading it in on another vehicle right now, because you're going to need a backup vehicle. So it's probably better if you trade it in. And if you don't, how many miles do you drive a year?
I try to drive it as less as possible, just to try to.
I'm
keep
talking
that
about in
value.
general. What do you drive normally in a normal year? What do you drive a year?
Maybe 7,000 a year.
You're going to be an excellent candidate to take that truck and trade it in and get a leased vehicle. You can get a brand new leased vehicle, an economic vehicle, and be miles ahead. You really, if you don't drive a lot, leasing is a very wise option. You get lower payments, you get more vehicle, and you'd never have to worry about resale.
Right. Yeah, I still have 6 more years on this contract.
6 more years on the Colorado?
2-month contract. Wow.
How many?
72.
84 months.
84.
84 months. Oh, yeah. Look,
he should give Rodney a call. See if Rodney can get him out of that and get him a lease.
That's what you should do. Call JFR Cars. Really, I do think you're an excellent candidate for a lease. But Donovan, you get out from under this depreciation problem if you simply get rid of this now and get a lease. You'd be better off. Thank you. Troy, you have a comment on vehicle ownership, whatever that means. So go ahead, Troy. What is your comment?
Hey, Tom, I got a Ford F-250, and it's a 2004, and I've had it ever since I drove it off the lot new. I did have to put a lot into it with bulletproof in that 6-liter motor.
Okay. Hello.
Yep.
Yeah. So what do you need to know about it?
No, you called.
He's got an older car.
Who's had?
I'm sorry. You're responding to that call I made. How many miles total?
I've got about 140,000 miles.
Oh, that's not that bad at all.
Diesel prices. No, when diesel prices went through the ceiling, I stopped using it as a daily driver. But yeah, after I bulletproofed that thing, no, this thing is a tank.
Yeah, it is, and it's going to last you a long, long time. A long time. Do you?
Yeah.
How long have you had it now?
I
You
told my wife
bought it
to
from.
bury
You
me
bought
in
it new.
Yeah, I bought it new.
Wow. That is cool. And did you ever have to make any? Well, you shouldn't have had to make any major repairs, right?
Probably transmission.
Oh yeah, I did.
What?
I had to bulletproof that motor.
What does that mean? Bulletproof. I don't know what that means.
So I replaced the EGR cooler, and the company is called Bulletproof.
Oh, literally bulletproof. What does that mean, guys? Bulletproofing an engine.
It's basically taking the components that are inferior and upgrading them with aftermarket upgrades. Because EGR cooler is a disaster on those.
Yeah, so this company has made a killing over the years bulletproofing motors.
I never even heard of that before. Did you, Jeff, ever hear of that?
No, I've heard it.
I've never heard of that. There's an actual company that does it called bulletproofing.
Yeah. What they do?
I'll bet you they can't bulletproof a Land Rover. I'll guarantee they won't. But
you throw enough money at them, they'll do whatever you need.
So, do they have packages?
Basically, open. Well, what it does is it opens up the EGR ports. So the original Navstar motor had very small EGR ports to meet the emissions requirements. So a lot of guys were bypassing the EGR coolers. Well, if you do that, you're going to fail emissions. And I live in El Paso County, where we have to pass emissions. And I get emissions tests every year, and I pass.
Okay. So you bulletproofed. How much does it cost to bulletproof?
I put over $15,000 into that motor.
Oh, no. Come on, guys. $15,000?
It can't be. They have all kinds of different things, different turbos.
It can't be worth $15,000. Come
on. Diesel guys they're a little funny.
Oh, yeah, but once you do that, Tom, this motor is going to last me the lifetime. And
it's not something you do and get rid of the truck.
If you got the if you got the computer up, what does a 2004 Ford F-250 run today with 140,000 miles on it?
I don't know. We can look at it though. Wow.
So I paid about $40,000 for that truck, and I think today I could still sell it pretty close to $30,000.
With all the add-ons, probably just stock, they're probably about 15-ish.
You think so?
Yeah,
that's what I'm looking at. With 111,000, there's one for 15.
So he's going to sell it for what he has in bulletproofing.
Well, that definitely adds to the value. If anybody knows what they're looking at,
So I'll never sell that truck, but when I'm no longer here, and my estate decides to sell that truck, they're still going to make money on my truck.
Well, I don't know if they'll make money. I mean, I don't. In fact, I think that no one makes money on a vehicle ever. I mean, I shouldn't say that. Obviously, there are classic cars and all that. I'm not talking about that. Normal cars that you buy to drive, they're not investments. They're not. And it used to be when you did buy a really nice car, you had a really nice car. Nowadays, they're all crap, except as we heard for the Toyota. It seems to me Toyotas are basically the bomb. They are. They're the ones to buy. If you want a new vehicle to last you forever, get a Toyota. And you can't go wrong. Okay, we got more coming up. 303-713-TALK. The guaranteed lowest price for your furnace replacement right now. Put them to the test. Lowest price. They'll quote you anywhere. 303-904-2000. RenewHomeInnovations.com.
KPRFX HD2 Denver.
KHOW Denver. Denver's talk station. An iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human. Now, Impact Traffic.
iHeartRadio. Olympics update.
The Winter Olympics opening ceremony is today in Milan. Team USA's Lindsey Vonn is competing in alpine skiing and the women's downhill despite a serious knee injury.
Coming back in, I feel free and I don't have any pressure. I have already accomplished everything I ever set out to do, so this is just the cherry on top.
Team USA ski moguls team hits the slopes next week. America hasn't won gold in the event since 2010 in Vancouver.
For NBC's live coverage from Italy, search Olympics on the free iHeartRadio app.
Yeah, we're still looking at a pretty good ride. There is one crash causing delays down on Arapahoe. It's westbound approaching I-25 right at Boston. At one point, all lanes were blocked, so we are looking at a pretty hefty backup, but they're allowing traffic to get through there. Southbound Santa Fe at Mississippi continues to jam back to I-25. That's construction-related. I-25 through downtown's been sluggish, 270, and it looks like the east side of I-70, in fact, from Peoria over towards Pena, just a little on the heavy side also. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
This report is sponsored by King's Hawaiian Sliders. Nothing brings friends and family together on game day like delicious King's Hawaiian Sliders. Bring them to the big game table and be the real MVP. Pick some up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your local store. Football and King's Irresistible Hawaiian Sliders. There's nothing like it.
If you want to buy a steel building truly direct from a manufacturer, a factory, then you want to go to greatwesternbuildings.com. It's that easy. Don't believe these salespeople all over the country telling you they represent a factory. Most of them do not. But if you call greatwesternbuildings.com, they will source a building direct to consumers in all 50 states, 100% American steel guaranteed for life. Their Grand Junction factory, 120,000 square feet. greatwesternbuildings.com.
That's a cool picture. Cabs up.
Oh, man. Well, a lot of times it's a lot easier just pull a cab up so you can own screen.
First time I did that, I thought everybody was crazy. And then I did it. It's like, oh my God, I do this sooner. Because we were just working on a little gas motor in it, but still, you know, timing chains in the back, and it's all. Whoosh.
Hey, Jeff,
Hey, yeah?
what's your email address?
Jeff
Go ahead
at,
and tell everybody over YouTube.
Jeff at kimmertrans.com.
Or Denver Tranny.
DenverTrans.com.
I've got that URL for sale.
You should sell it. And Kev, yours is weird.
What's weird?
Your email.
Why? Sheridan Autotech at Gmail?
I don't know. We're talking to Kelly.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you've got to.
Yeah, take that. Yeah.
Yeah. Speak slowly. Use small words.
Send this to you guys.
What are you sending us?
Send this to you guys. It's the dude on the phone, and he's kind of a pain.
He's what?
I don't know. It'd be nice if she could clear
What
the
email
thought.
address can I send this to you, Kev?
Email for what? Just Sheridan 5455 if you want.
Okay.
At Yahoo.
Yep.
The one you have.
All right, sent.
Do you want a Bad Bunny hat for the Super Bowl?
What's the big controversy about him?
He's anti-ICE and anti-US and anti-everything.
Oh, he is?
And he's trans.
He's not, is he?
And he doesn't speak English. So it's a halftime show in Spanish.
Is it a video you sent us, Kelly? No.
Mark said something.
It's just a picture.
I didn't get anything.
Well, I can't open up this video that Mark sent.
I was going to try later.
Bad Bunny's not trans. Did you say he was a trans?
Yeah, and he plans on performing in a dress.
He is?
Yeah.
Is he transitioning to a woman?
Or maybe transvestite. I don't know.
Who says he's performing in a dress?
I thought he did.
What the hell?
He's identified as heterosexual, but is a strong ally.
Not sure what that is. Ain't good.
He dresses in drag.
Oh, that's his lipstick.
Yeah, but what's that crap on there?
All right, JR, we're coming to you right after the break, okay? So just be patient with me, okay?
He dropped him on the ground before he took the picture.
All right, hold on.
Is that a gravel driveway?
Now I finally got it.
I'm not sure what that is.
Did you?
It's supposed to be.
Did you get the email?
It's supposed to be a transmission oil dipstick.
Okay.
I'm not familiar with one that's plastic coated though. That's the thing Mark sent me.
Way.com. Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
Tom Martino here. JR has a quote. Let me go to Jack real quick. JR, I'm sorry. Jack sent an email we want to get to. Jack, you have a transmission question. What is it, sir? You're on the Troubleshooter Show.
Hey, thanks, Tom. Yeah, I'm actually literally on site looking at a used van for sale to do a test drive, but I pulled the dipstick on the tranny fluid, and I sent you guys a picture of it. It looks kind of dry. It looks like there's some chunks in there. I don't know what that would be. Looks a little burnt, kind of.
I can tell you exactly what it is.
Okay. Oh,
It's
my God.
It's a reason not to buy that vehicle. I'll tell you that.
What is that dipstick thing? I should show this dipstick. Man, that's crazy looking.
Yesterday on this.
Yeah.
What the heck is it?
What do you see, Kev?
He's looking at a van to buy, and he's trying to get it checked out. I see a lot of reasons to not buy it as well.
Yeah, but what does that dipstick tell you? And guys, I'm going to try to put it up on YouTube in a second here. Let me just grab it. So what is it, guys? What is it?
Are those like flakes, almost like paper flakes on the end there?
Looks. I think it's a little thicker. I can tell you, ChatGPT told me it's probably clutch.
That's what. That's where I was going.
Oh, clutch material.
Clutch material. Yep.
Holy crap! That is not good.
You usually don't get that on a dipstick.
Yeah. Well, I get it all the time, but not when they leave the shop.
Okay.
So, I mean, if you'd like, we can meet. Go ahead and pick that thing up, and then just bring it on over, and then you and I can have a nice little chat about what we need to do to fix that dipstick.
Okay, I'm going to put the dipstick up on YouTube right now for those watching. I'm putting it up there. There it is. It looks like a crust. So are you saying that clutch material gets into the fluid and then gets attracted to the dipstick and sticks to the dipstick?
Well, it doesn't get attracted to the dipstick.
Not attracted. I mean, it just clumps on it.
Yeah, it's pretty much like a papery product.
It's like putting a fork in a cake.
So literally, the clutches are flaking apart inside that transmission.
Yeah, don't buy it, sir.
Or buy it for $2,000.
Anybody on YouTube, you can see that picture right now. It's up on YouTube. Yeah.
So, guys, can I start this thing up and take it for a ride, or should I not even start it?
Well, what good is that?
How much do you want to put into this after you buy it?
Well, the price on this thing right now is $5,000.
What's it worth?
It's worth 10 book value, but not anymore. Well, he says book is 10 grand.
How much will it cost? What will he have to do? The clutch
What
pack?
kind of vehicle was it?
It's a Ford
F-250. E250 van.
What year?
2013.
Oh, no.
You're probably going to end up doubling your investment if you buy that.
Easily another 5 if he has to do the transmission.
To do the tranny, yeah.
What about the engine? How many miles on this thing?
107.
Anyway, guys.
That's what he told me anyway.
Yep. Now you got to buy it for about $1,500 to be safe.
Okay. All right, guys. Thanks. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you for calling. I'll take that picture back down. But yeah, that's not something. I mean, you look at that thing and it's all crusty.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, more right after this on the Troubleshooter Show, 303-713-TALK. Frank Duran, the real estate man, right now will give you an analysis of your home and what it will sell for. Why is that important? You may not want to sell it, or you may think, wow, I never thought I could get that much. But you can take it to the bank if Frank says it, because he knows this market. A free analysis, 303-920-1622. Tell JR I said, JR, I'm going to get you. I'm sorry.
Down on the south end of town, we've got a closure on Arapahoe Road westbound. All traffic blocked at South Dayton Street due to an accident at Boston Street. Cars and trucks having to turn onto north or southbound Dayton to avoid this one. Eastbound Arapahoe Road slow as well. North of there, I-25 southbound, some slowing around Yale Avenue.
Bad Bunny.
Looks like a minor accident has been all cleared up. We're still seeing some slow traffic back from Evans. With traffic, I'm Mark Swan.
This report is sponsored by King's Hawaiian Sliders. Nothing brings friends and family together on game day like delicious King's Hawaiian Sliders. Bring them to the big game table and be the real MVP. Pick some up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your local store. Football and King's Irresistible Hawaiian Sliders. There's nothing like it.
You know, no criminal defense attorney operates like Joe Lazara. It's straightforward and simple. You can talk to him free of charge up front. Then if you hire him, it's on a flat rate basis for the whole case. 303-429-6200. Benito Antonio Martinez Ascasio.
I've heard his music.
Is he good?
He's talented. It's not my kind of music.
Gender bending songs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he says he's not trans, but he just doesn't conform to gender norms.
Whatever that means.
I myself, I'm gender fluid. I am gender fluid.
Oh my, I need my gender fluid refilled.
Oh, 1,000%.
Pretty sure when the doctor smacked me on the ass, he said it's a boy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did they already talk to you, or did you have any?
I want you guys to take that leftover pizza. Somebody take it.
You know it.
Rob might put anything on that picnic table, they'll eat it.
Yep.
Okay. And your name's Bill?
QC Kinetics helps active people stay active. People like David Boardman, police officer, competitive athlete, and gym owner who trains hard almost every day. My body's taken a lot of abuse.
Well, today's car day, so we can certainly put you on. Okay, and your name's Bill? B-I-L-L? Hang on for me, okay?
QC Kinetics to book your free consultation today. Call QC Kinetics 303-900-8986. That's 303-900-8986. 303-900-8986. For plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains, think Plumb Line Service. With quality brands like Carrier. I'm consumer advocate Tom Martino. I use Plumb Line in my home. Service professionals. 25 years strong. Proud of mission of excellence.
Good afternoon, Tom Martino Show. Oh, no, I didn't hang up on you.
Yes, you did.
I got you here, JR. Hang on for me, okay?
She's just being mean to more women.
Right after the break, all right? All right, hang on for me.
See, Kamala had to rename her new project already.
What project?
Project 6-7.
Oh, good God.
She did.
Well,
that was the name of her new project, trying to get relevant again. Using 6-7, the stupid term kids use.
Oh yeah, what is 6-7?
It means absolutely nothing.
It means absolutely nothing. It makes you just talk about it, and kids laugh. Like, what does 6-7 mean? And they just giggle. Yeah.
So she called her project 6-7?
Yeah, to be relevant. And she got laughed out of the room.
What is she doing now?
Jennifer Coffindaffer, former FBI agent, and more on the Joe Pags Show. Tonight from 6 to 9 on 630 KHOW.
Yeah.
I'm Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. JR has a question on a recall. Sorry, JR, for the wait, man. What's happening?
So, 2 quick comments, Martino. A buddy of mine's got a 99 Toyota Tacoma.
99?
Almost 600,000 miles. Only has replaced the wear parts and not the clutch. Still the original clutch.
Holy crap!
Well, that's the driver for the clutch. I mean, that's
yeah
on
the clutch. Secondly, you had a call about 4 or 5 months ago on that bulletproof. If you recall that guy.
I don't remember it. What was it about?
He had his truck bulletproofed, but they put subpar parts in when they did it. Less than OEM. That was his call.
You know, I'm hearing more and more about this bulletproofing now that I'm searching it. Apparently, but it just doesn't seem to make sense mathematically, though, because you can repair the parts they're replacing when they go out. You don't have to put that money up front, 15 to 20 grand up front.
The EGR cooler, if it goes out, can ruin your engine, though.
Okay.
So that's why you want to do that preventatively as opposed to on failure. And it's just an upgrade. And it's
now, is this a package? If you wanted to do it, or do you have to go to Bulletproof? Is there a shop? I mean,
they have shops around the country that
are approved.
Yeah.
So you don't do bulletproofing.
I've never done it. I imagine we could buy the parts though and do it. Yeah.
Anyway, JR, have you ever had it done, JR?
No. But I do have 2 questions for the mechanics.
Go ahead, sir.
Okay, the first one, I had a transmission lead frame replaced on my 2014. The question is, how many parts have they had to replace because of plastic fatigue?
Plastic fatigue.
Well, the lead frame doesn't fail because of plastic fatigue. Most commonly, that was because of the speed sensors that are integrated into it. But in general practice, most of those plastic parts that do go in there last better than something like bronze.
Okay,
and we're talking about plastic parts in what?
Inside the transmission.
Now, inside the transmission, they actually have plastic
they'll have
parts.
things like thrust washers, which
are right.
made out of plastic. Okay, and
I can see the washers, but what else? They don't have any gearing or anything.
No, the gears themselves are not going to be made out of plastic.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry, JR.
Okay, the second one, my buddy's got a 2017 F-150 with, he had a transmission at 70,000 miles, totally come apart.
Okay.
So he got to replace $7,000. So my issue and his issue, the mechanics have said both of those should be a recall on them transmissions, both those issues. So both of us had to pay out of pocket to get those replaced. If they do become a recall, would we be compensated?
No.
Sometimes
what they'll do is they'll give you a flat rate, but you're not going to necessarily pay what you paid. Do you know what I'm saying? that if you can verify you had it done, they might pay you a set amount, but it might not match what you paid. How much did you pay?
I paid $1,200 for that transmission lead frame. He paid $7,000 for his transmission.
It depends also how long it takes for them to recall it, because your model, make and model would have to be included in the recall. But if you have too many miles on it, they're not going to pay for it anyway.
And both of those repairs, like I said, the mechanics both said they should have been a recall and still should be.
I wonder why they don't do it.
Frame, there was some warranties done on them.
Yeah, they were on the lead frame. There was some,
but it was warranty, not recall.
There were some recalls on it.
There were,
yeah, because the safety part of it, the downshifts in the first gear when you're on the highway, and it lock it up.
Hey, Bill, I want to hear about a long-running car, please, Bill. I'm taking notes on this, so if you could stick around and tell us about the longest-running car. Also, we have some listeners who moved out of state and they want to know, how do they find a good repair shop? What questions should they ask? That and more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. 303-713-8255.
You have three.
Thanks for calling. Hope that helps.
Because my truck was done under warranty for that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, they extended the warranties on a lot of them. Is what they did.
Now, what's the recall item we're talking about? Lead frame?
A lead frame.
It's an electronic component inside the transmission. When they call it a frame, it's kind of hard to picture. But you go 70 miles an hour, and the transmission will downshift into first.
So
so the lead frame, it's a connection plate. So what it is your connection's in between all the solenoids.
Okay.
And it's got the bolt connector that comes out of the transmission case, but it also had integrated into it the speed sensors, both input and output. And most commonly it was the output speed sensor that would.
And it tells it when to shift?
Well, yeah, the computer needs to know how fast that output shaft is moving. Okay. And so when all of a sudden it reads zero data, it freaks out.
Freaks out crazy. I mean, you'll be seriously doing 70 and your car tries to slow down because it downshifts into first gear.
And then it would recognize an overspeed condition, it would upshift.
Yep. So it could blow an engine. It could do all kinds.
What transmission was that?
6R60. Yeah, 6R80.
6R80. Which is a pretty good transmission. All in all.
Yeah, I don't know why anybody would say they should have been recalling the transmission itself. I mean, the lead frame.
They didn't have to recall it. They just did that component under warranty.
Right. No, but he was saying that the other mechanic said that they should have been all recalled. No, first of all, maybe TSBs, but generally, in the case of the lead frame, it could be a safety issue, and henceforth you would have a recall. But
they are looking into it. Yeah.
Yeah. Generally, recalls are going to be safety issues.
Yep.
Yeah. It could be premature wear, though, too, right? If they're not getting.
It is not uncommon for anymore with the engineering that's going into these things that we're seeing these trucks and cars in at 70,000 miles. We've got one actually on the bench right now. He's got 83 on it.
Why are BMWs such pieces of shit? Why?
They're made for a status symbol. I mean, they put all that work into fit and trim, and they just.
Well, just imagine now buying a used Land Rover that's 12 years old with 150,000 after seeing the average life is 10. You're so upside down in that to even touch it.
It pretty much goes for any European car.
Yeah. If you don't buy a service contract with a European car, you're
if you don't get rid of that thing by 60,000 miles, you're nuts.
Oh, I'm talking about the second owner.
The only reason you're buying it as a second owner is because you couldn't afford it in the first place.
Yes. But every one of the bottom 10 Cadillacs, same way. They're great new cars.
Yeah, they turn into rattle boxes. Same thing. I don't like Corvettes either.
Why?
The rattle boxes. Every last damn one I've been in is a rattle.
Brand new one.
They just fall apart. Yeah.
Come on. They're beautiful. Jesus.
They're full of some cars. Oh yeah.
They look like a fucking Lambo now.
Yeah, they do. I just never fit well in them. I don't like crawling in and out of a car.
Well, didn't Rolly say he would give people a lesson on how to get in and out of a Corvette?
In and roll out. Yeah. There was a big learning curve on those new ones, though. I had a lot of my customers coming by. couldn't get the gas door open. Like, it won't open if your door's open. You got to close the door first before the gas door opens, and this and that. And, you know, that old timer down in Florida died in his Corvette because he couldn't get the door open.
Come on.
Yeah. It was a 100-degree day, and he was locked in his Corvette. He couldn't.
Why didn't you restart it?
I don't know. He wasn't around to ask.
There are so many questions I have.
Why did he want?
Why wouldn't he just restart it? Run the damn air.
Turn the air conditioner.
Roll the window down. I'm sorry. There's just way too much wrong with that story. I'm thinking that, yeah, taking that one out of the gene pool was not a bad thing. Worst thing we ever did was start putting warning labels on everything.
Oh, please.
Mm-hmm. Rolly Purefoy had a pickup.
Had a red Chevy pickup. He drove that everywhere.
He still does.
Yeah, yeah.
I think he still does. Coming up on 1 million miles.
I had a customer, this was a long time ago. He was driving a Honda Civic. Came in, wanted a clutch. This thing was leaking oil, smoked, rusted out. We didn't even want to lift it up on the rack. And he insisted on putting a clutch in this thing. It's like, man, you're better off to go get another car. Well,
yeah.
He was, I think it was 17,000 miles shy of 1 million on this car. He had taken it all around the world with him when he was deployed to different areas or stationed and whatnot. And it's like, dude,
gonna get that million.
All Honda, they will probably buy this car from you, give you another one, and promo the hell out of this thing.
No kidding. Well, who was it? Volvo used to get the badges on the grill for every 500,000 or something.
What was that?
Volvo had a badge you could apply for, and they would put it on the grill of the car for a 1 million mile car or something. Saab or Volvo, one of those.
It couldn't have been Saab, man.
I don't hear much about Volvo anymore. Are they any good?
No.
No?
Same kind of issues.
Same shit.
Oh, yeah. Mercedes.
A lot of the times, it's just the proprietary crap that drives you crazy.
Oh, yeah.
You need a special tool to take the fuel pump out. You need a special tool to take the caliper off. You need a special tool to, it's just too specialized.
German cars. Germans need to stick to what they know best. So it's making beer and losing wars.
And what?
Losing wars.
But, man. I wonder, I wonder what Rolls-Royce and Bentleys do as far as longevity and
it's not really an everyday car though.
No, but a Bentley is. Bentleys are drivers now.
Yeah.
I've got 2 friends with Rolls-Royce.
I see a lot of older Rolls-Royces. The newer ones are so fucking expensive. It's like,
I wonder what Bill paid for his. He took me into his garage to show it to me. And, that's great. Yeah, that's fine. Who the hell you have to work on it?
It's a car. It all comes down to it's a fucking car. And what about McLarens? Aren't they outrageously expensive?
Got a used Rolls Royce is $450. Ghost black.
I love looking at cars.com and all of the different cars. Tesla stopped making the X and the S. They're stopping.
Thank you, my friend. You started by saying, Dan, you're loaded today. I was going to call my defamation lawyer.
Because I haven't drank a thing.
Weekday afternoons at 4 on Denver's Talk Station, 630 KHAL.
Just like
I wonder if they'll ever come out with electric.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
I'm Tom Martino. Welcome to the show. Streaming on YouTube, too, if you ever want to look us up at Troubleshooter Network. Welcome. We have all kinds of things happening here. We've been talking about longest running cars and just a whole bunch of stuff. But let's go to Bill. Bill, tell me about a long running car. You have a story? Go ahead.
Yeah. Hi, Tom.
Hi, Bill.
Up to a year ago, I had a 1996 Honda Civic 5-speed. Loved that car. Bought it used, though, from a neighbor's son. And what happened was I was about 10 miles away from my house, and I was barely shifting and getting the car to get through stoplights. I nursed it all the way home, got right to my house. Car died right there, and the clutch was dead. And it was really a spare car, but I love driving the 5-speed. But a friend of mine fixes up cars. He ended up buying it because the paint's faded.
Yeah,
it would need a new clutch. So I really only had about 150,000 miles on it, but it was really a fun car.
Now, that is an older car, but you didn't have that many miles on it. I'm really impressed.
Yeah,
140,000 for that vintage is not a lot. I'm really impressed when you see when you see cars that rack up nearly 1 million miles. There are plenty of people that have been texting me that say they have 600,000. See, okay, so what are the secrets? That was one of the questions I had. What are the secrets to longevity? I think everyone agrees on changing oil, right?
Absolutely.
That's the number one.
Yep.
Oil and filter. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you have to do every 3,000 anymore, but you got to change oil.
Mm-hmm. So, sludge and wear and tear caused by extending oil changes.
Okay, so that's for the engine, and then coolant. You gotta change that every now and then, right?
At least every 3 to 5 years.
Okay, and then what else? Those are the two main fluids in an engine. Transmission. Yeah, that's what I was going to get to next. Yep. So transmission. When do you actually service a transmission?
I recommend about every 3 years or 36,000 miles. Yep. Those additives inside that fluid break down, and if you do it every 36,000 miles, you're replenishing those additives to keep it healthy. There's no reason to do a flush, just do a common service.
So if you do all of those, should everything else last? Or you're still going to have seals go out, hoses go out, belts go out?
You're still going to have things you have to repair. A transmission, you're most likely not going to get 600,000 miles out of that. In all actuality, it's one of the weaker parts of the vehicle to begin with. So you can plan on having to put a transmission, or at 600,000 miles, a couple 3 in there.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah, because most are good for $150. That's their lifetime. 150,000.
150,000. So longevity, to answer that question, oil, coolant, and transmission fluids. We're talking about the lifeblood of the engine. Okay.
And good oil filters. We talk about synthetics. We talk about
good air filters.
Don't buy the cheapest oil filter.
And air. And then so you got lubricants, you got fuel. You have air, you have cooling, you have transmission, belts and hoses you do on condition.
Mm-hmm.
And then what about things like this? Do people tune up cars anymore? I mean, what do they only repair them? I mean, are there things, do you adjust anything ever in a new car anymore?
No, there's no adjustments.
You don't adjust timing.
Nope.
You don't adjust spark. You don't adjust anything.
And they're so efficient, the plugs will last over 50, close to 100,000 miles in most cars.
And when you change a plug, you don't have to do anything to it.
No.
And so tune-ups are a thing of the past.
Yes.
When did they go out? What year car?
Well, I mean, they almost started, in the mid 80s when they started having feedback computers on cars. So, I mean, little by little from the 80s on, it's been less and less of a thing.
So really, if you're not tuning up a car, you're just repairing and replacing and maintaining. Mm-hmm. And maintaining simply means fluids, basically. Belts and hoses. Fluids, belts, and hoses. What else?
But there are time intervals if you look at your scheduled maintenance for plugs. Follow your manufacturer's scheduled maintenance. It's very, very simple.
And suspension parts, how good or bad?
That depends on your driving conditions and everything else. You're going to have suspension parts that are going to wear out, especially in Colorado since they don't want to fix our roads.
Yep. Yeah, potholes are brutal. But the other thing is repair things as they're needed. The car's been running a little hot and you drive it for another month or two. Well, you just took how many years off of that engine or transmission?
Okay. All right.
You know, so don't ignore issues that you know are there.
Okay. Also, if you have a problem, somebody else wanted to know if I still do this. And by this, they're a longtime listener. And I'll go over what it is. I used to years ago tell people that you shouldn't have to pay for a mechanic to hunt and peck and to replace and not fix the problem. So when you go into a repair shop, this is what I used to say. I'm not sure if it'll even hold up anymore. I used to say, let's see, you have a grinding noise or something, or you have whatever it is. You go in with a symptom. The auto repair shop does some stuff. The symptom's still there.
Mm-hmm.
The stuff they did, you may or may not have needed. Maybe you did need it, but it didn't fix the symptom. What do? See, I used to tell people, you write on the repair order, you approve what they want to do. So they want to replace the fuel pump to cure problem. And that might be a bad analogy using a fuel pump, but we'll do XYZ to fix the something noise or to fix the grinding or to fix the overdrive or to fix this. And then when they do it and the problem's still there, you've actually created a mini contract. But I'm told nowadays, this one person who's writing to me about it says that shops won't do that anymore. They say, look, we can't guarantee it's going to get rid of this. So what do you do in a case like that? When people don't often come to you telling you what they need. They come to you telling you what the car's doing.
Well, not to go back to what we've talked about, but it comes to communication again, because there'll be certain things in a car where we have to go step by step. And you tell the customer,
no matter what,
this is the next step. This may or may not be the last.
That's right. That's the point you got to say. Yeah. You don't say, hey, okay, it's going to be $1,200. You say, look, we have to do this first.
Yep.
This may handle the problem.
This is an obvious issue that has to be dealt with.
If not, then we have to go to the next step. Correct. And if not, the worst case scenario is here. Yep. So you have that communication.
Absolutely.
Do you reflect it somehow on the work order?
Depending on the customer.
Advise, do you put down advise customer?
Depending on the customer, we will put certain things in writing. And a regular customer that we've dealt with regularly, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because have you had problems that took more than one repair?
Yes.
And you just had to wait for it to manifest.
Sometimes noises, you repair a noise that we heard and the customer heard a different noise. So we fixed the noise that we thought we were working on, but not the one the customer thought we were working on. So it actually needed the part we did, but we had to do a different repair to fix the other noise.
So it wouldn't be apropos in your shop because you're going to tell them, no, I can't tell you for sure it's going to fix that. You would have that conversation.
Absolutely.
And ultimately, if you're in the middle of something and find something else and they don't want it done, what do you do in a case like that if the car's already taken apart?
That's a tough one.
It is a tough one because if you put it back together, they're going to have trouble with it.
Yep. It's a hard conversation. You just have to have it and you work it out. You just, a little give and take on both ends.
But let's be realistic. With computers right now and the data ports, what can really be hidden? I mean,
a lot of things can
be hidden. Really? Like what?
Because all you're getting from the computer is analyzed data.
Yep.
Okay. And so it may be looking.
It points to a system.
It may say that there's a problem with a fuel injector circuit. Okay. Well, that doesn't mean that it's the fuel injector. That doesn't mean it's the electronics. It doesn't mean that it's the rail. It just sees a problem. So that's where being a mechanic.
So they still don't pinpoint the new. No matter how new the car is, the computers still just generally talk about the system failure.
Well, sometimes though you're fixing something so the computer can then see more. So in other words, you have a shorted wire.
Yeah, I get it.
About the repair, and now everything's working, and now the computer sees 3 other things.
Do you think we'll ever get to a point where AI is built into these diagnostics? So when you get a printout from the computer, it also has a bit of AI saying this is probably the most likely culprit.
Well, there is that now already. You know,
what do you mean?
You can Google codes. You know, you go to AutoZone, you'll get a printout on a code, and they'll tell you the top 10 causes for that code or something like that. So that is pretty much available, but it's also a sucker bet. You're going to start shotgunning parts, you know, before you run out of money. You might fix it, you might not.
Okay. I'm going to talk about how I used artificial intelligence coming up. And then also, in fact, I used it twice and it blew my mind. It really did. And I'm going to talk about that. I'd also like to talk about somebody has it wrong. They quoted me wrong, saying, Tom, about my security deposit, blah, blah, blah. I talked about security deposits, and one of the loopholes in the law that allow landlords to keep it a little longer than we originally thought. I'll go over that as well coming up. Rick, tell me about, real quick, how old, what do you have, a 92 1500 Silverado, a 92?
That's correct. Well, I lied. I sold it last year, but it had 235,000 miles on it.
Wow.
And it was absolutely wonderful.
Did you have to do anything to it? It's a Chevy 1500 Silverado?
Yeah, I changed the oil in 2005.
Come on.
No, I'll cheat a little bit. I had it converted to propane.
What?
Back in 95.
That was a big thing.
I converted it to propane. Yeah.
Holy
and the
crap.
oil was clean. Yeah, you don't get the wash down.
How did you fill it up with fuel? Did you have a tank on the bed or something?
Yeah, there's a little auxiliary tank, propane tank in the bed.
Because it could run on either gas or propane, right?
No, he had a converter.
Well, it was not dual fuel.
Okay.
But I suppose what I did is I put it had a, what do you call it, throttle body on the thing, and I pulled that off, and it basically what it is differential pressure valve for the propane.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Cool. Thank you. I got to take a break. I'm Tom Martino. DenverRegen.com for painful joints and tendons. I've had it done. I can speak firsthand. They do a great job. Genuine stem cell therapy. DenverRegen.com.
iHeartRadio.
Olympics update.
It was a successful beginning for the U.S. women's hockey team. They got off to a winning start at the Milan Olympics. Joy Dunn lit the lamp in an opening 5-1 win over Czechia.
Obviously, there's things to clean up, and we know that, and we're going to do that, but I think building up the good things and learning from the mistakes.
The Winter Olympics opening ceremony is today. The Parade of Nations is set for 4 locations and will close with the lighting of the cauldrons.
For NBC's live coverage from Italy, search Olympics on the free iHeartRadio app.
Hey, Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. He can help you buy or sell your home. And he has a buying team and a selling team, and he looks over every transaction. Let me tell you this. He is a negotiating expert. He has proven he can sell for more money quicker than most anyone else, and he has stats to prove it. If you want the best on your side, get Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622.
Adeline Major, you know Adeline Major, right? Yeah. Yes. And for those not familiar, Adeline has been working on the bill for a long time, went to law school, passed the bar. We were fortunate to hire her at our law firm. She's a first-year lawyer right now, and we're a trial firm. We go to trials. So even though she only passed the bar a short time ago, she just had her first trial. She just went to trial in Douglas County in a very important case, and the jury just met about 10 minutes ago. She tried the case with my colleague Tom Burns,
Yeah, it's not normal now.
the top guy over at the Arapahoe DA's office and the Douglas DA's office, and she won. and she won big, which is great because it was a very righteous case, and the client will end up far better off because and she took this case to trial. But I never had any doubt Adeline was just born a star. And so when my partner, John Keller, he's our managing partner, texted me from the courtroom after her opening because I was preparing for another trial, he just texted me, "A star is born." And I never a doubt. So anyway, congrats to Adeline and Tom and their wonderful client. And so that's what you called about, right? Exactly. Yeah, thank you for that. How did you know? I'm great at it.
That's cool.
Abby was okay.
Good for her. Yeah.
Was that?
Dan Kaplan was bragging about Addie won her first trial. Mark sent us a clip of it.
Yeah. So did they have the what was the award, did they say?
He didn't say that it was large, though.
Okay. They must take great cases because I don't think they ever lose. I mean it.
Yeah.
They got a great record.
All right, Steve, just be patient with me, and he'll be with you as soon as possible, okay? After the break. Uh-huh.
I haven't covered that other part. That person wants to know about choosing an auto repair facility. You know, I've been putting my emails and texts into AI and letting it summarize them. Mm-hmm. Oh, fuck it. Seriously. I'll tell you what, man. I use AI so much I can't believe how much I use it. Mm-hmm. I do custom. I actually program it now. Like, so I have a chat bot that all it does is the radio show. So it knows about my technology. It has all the diagrams. It knows about how long I've been on the air. It knows about past shows because it browsed all of the YouTubes. So then when I go on and say, I have an auto guy on today, I don't have to say I'm Tom Martino, I run a radio show, because it's called the Troubleshooter bot. That's all it is. In fact, if you ask about other things, it knows about the radio show. So I ask it everything I want to know about the radio show, like anything. That's where I type everything in. And I made one for my health as well. Put all my blood work, physicals, my cancer history, everything, my nutrition, my supplements in this bot. And you keep it in there. You never have to prompt it again. So now it counsels me. So I give it my symptom or my blood work, if I had blood work done today, and it'll say, I can see your hemoglobin count has improved over last time. And then they say your iron's a little low. How about doing this in your diet or back off on this supplement? No, it's fucking mind blowing.
Wow.
I mean, it literally counsels and I'll say, as far as exercise, try doing this for your core and back off on such and such. That could be what your problem here is. But it knows me, and it gets smarter and smarter and smarter. And that's called my health bot. So I have a troubleshooter bot, I have a health bot, and I have my helicopter bot. So the helicopter, I put all the owner's manuals in.
K-House Studios. Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com. 630 K-How, an iHeartRadio station.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Let's talk. Mike, you have a question on a transmission on a 2012 Tundra. Do you love your Tundra, Mike?
Oh, absolutely. It's a great truck.
How many miles on it?
I only got 67,000 on it.
Things like new.
I primarily use it for towing. Yeah, it's mint condition.
Wow.
But, I've been told the transmission is non-serviceable, but I don't believe that.
What does that mean, non-serviceable?
They're talking about sealed systems, what they call them. So basically, they've taken access away from the
yeah.
From the
so what about it? What do you need to know? You want to know if you should service it or not?
Yeah, absolutely. I've been told I should service it, but I'm wondering how hard of a process that is, and maybe I'm overthinking it quite a bit,
Could be. I mean, what do you guys think?
No, it's definitely serviceable. Oh, yeah. We do them all the time. You're double the mileage of what I usually recommend that you actually get it in for.
Why do they say it's lifetime? What?
Okay. Well, because they take the dipstick away. The customer can't dump fluid in it from the top. You got to do it from the bottom, things like that. They just don't want the people playing with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Yeah, it's not a hard process.
No,
but most of your places like Grease Monkey or whatnot, or if you're going there for your oil changes, they're not going to touch it. You're going to have to come see somebody like Kevin or myself.
Yep.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it. Steve.
Yeah.
Steve. Okay, thank you, Mike. Steve, what's happening with you?
Tom, how you been?
Good, man. What's happening? Steve the painter, what's happening?
Well,
oh yeah,
my F350 has 703,000 miles on it.
Your F350. I every time you talk about your F350, I kind of think you're exaggerating, but you're not. What work have you had done to it?
Oh, quite a bit. You kind of think about it. I've had the injectors done, glow plugs done at 600,000. Tranny's replaced. The tranny's been replaced.
But the transmission has only been replaced once in 700,000 miles.
Yeah.
That's Jeff. He's getting 350,000 miles on a transmission. Wow. Anyway, what else? What's the biggest problem you've ever had with it?
The biggest problem? Oil leaks.
Mm-hmm. But you have the original engine. When you say that you did the tranny, you've done the injectors, you've done certain things, but you still have the same block and heads and everything, right?
Oh yeah,
I find that crazy. Now that's not a diesel, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Well, then again,
yeah.
So diesels are known for longevity, right?
Especially the older ones before they bolted all the garbage on them. The original Cummins and the original Power Stroke. They use them for generator engines when the truck, finally falls apart.
But anyway, are the newer diesels not as prone to longevity? Are they shorter lifespans because of the crap they're putting on them?
I think they're asking them to do something, and the fuel they're using is not helping either. The sulfur in the fuel used to be the lubricant for everything inside.
And now what are they doing? Taking it out?
There is no sulfur.
Yeah, they reduce sulfur. So
just like when they reduced lead in gasoline.
Yep, same thing.
Yeah, so we were talking about that just a couple of weeks ago. So if you're driving a diesel vehicle, you should be putting an additive in there like Alliant or Stanadine.
Steve, thank you very much. Now, getting back to my story, I said I was going to. Okay, so I have a little Rotax engine. That was a little snowmobile engine. It's in an airplane. They're made for aircraft too, and I was having trouble syncing up the carburetors. The way that engine runs, it's two halves of an engine, and you bolt them together, and they have two carburetors. Now, they have fuel injector models too, but this is a carburetor. So the carburetors have to be perfectly in sync because you have two cylinders on each side of the engine. The carb runs two cylinders only. So both carbs run four cylinders. And I couldn't figure it out. I gave all the symptoms. We can sync it at low RPM, high RPM, it falls apart, does this, does that. And AI said, you have a bad diaphragm in the carburetor, okay? Or it's creased. It literally said creased. Okay, when I had sent the carbs away to be rebuilt. When they came back from the factory, one of them had put the diaphragm in, and they closed the two halves of the carburetor over the diaphragm, and it was creased. Exactly what they said. Then on an old Continental engine I have, a little C90, is 100 horsepower. I was having some roughness, and I swear to you, I held up my cell phone, my smartphone, with the microphone on for my AI. So you know how you can talk into it? I said, I'm at the airport. Here's my engine. I want you to listen to it. It listened to the engine and told me why it was running rough and what to do. Is that the most incredible? I'm telling you that there's going to be a time when the car is going to tell you what's wrong with it.
Yeah, it'll talk to itself. Yeah.
It'll talk to you. It'll say, hey, I think you need to do this, this, or this. I mean, AI should be in everything. I mean, the idea, the insult of having an owner's manual that you have to wade through or go through an index. Like to sit in my car, and you should be able to sit in your car and say, set door locks for when I walk away. Okay. As opposed to having to drill down in an owner's manual, or set mirrors to fold when parked. Cause that's a setting, right? Or set whatever. Why should you wade through an owner's manual? There is enough AI right now to be the owner's manual for anything, anything you want.
Yeah, it is.
And the great part about the large language models, they allow people to use it to program custom. So they could have a custom Beamer, BMW bot inside the car. So, and I know that Mark said something about Tesla has Grok integrated, and he talks to Grok and tells it things about the car. I'm not sure how much you can do with Grok, but I'm sure way more than we can do with our other cars, because Tesla is way, way ahead when it comes to technology. But to have, like, for example, I have something called Siri, not Siri, that's my phone. I have something called, you give it a name, okay? It's a BMW voice that talks to you. And you can ask it some things, but it's elementary. It's stupid. You can't say, set this for me. The most it will do is set a frequency on the radio. You can say, hey Beamer, set, the frequency to 91.1, and it'll
put the air conditioning on or off or something.
It'll do stuff like that, but it won't make settings or tell you about the car. Again, this is the next step, I think, in automotive technology, is where you're going to have literally AI do everything. Ron, what is your comment? You have a 63. What a Corvair truck. Is that like the little Corvair car with a back end on it, like a El Camino?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. No. Go ahead.
It's a truck.
It's a truck. It's called Corvair. Does it have a rear engine?
Corvair truck. Yes.
No way. Does it?
Yes, sir.
I'm looking at one. Oh my God, I'm looking at one.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have a rear engine. It has a regular front engine.
It does. It's a rear engine.
It is
a flat six dual carb rear engine.
Oh my! You're right. I'm looking at this thing. This is unbelievable.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
What year is yours? 63. How many miles on it?
63. It's debatable, but when I bought it, because I had one when I was in high school, and then I had my midlife crisis.
Oh my God!
I found one.
Did you restore it?
And they restored it. It's I want to say like 63,000 miles, but who knows?
How much did you pay for it?
Hey, really? You want to know?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
It's 17.
Oh, my God. So is this engine under the bed in the rear?
Yeah.
It's right over the axle.
The bed. It's like,
over the rear axle.
Right over top of the axle. Yep.
That's the coolest thing I've ever seen. And I have never, ever heard of this before in my life. A Corvair truck.
Many people do.
I like the tailgate on the side.
The tailgate. Oh, my.
The ramp side.
The ramp side tailgate. Well, they can't even call it a tailgate. It's a ramp side.
It has a ramp that comes down.
This is incredible. I mean.
And I used to load my band equipment when I was a stupid teenager playing bands.
Do you actually drive it right now? Do you actually drive it?
Right now, this is why I'm calling. I need someone to work on it, because people sit there and go, "What's a carburetor?"
Yeah. Well, Kevin, you guys can work on that thing, right?
I can't. None of my guys are even when carburetors were out.
Now, I'm telling you, nobody. It's a dual carb.
Yeah, they're tough. The same thing. The balance is.
Yeah. Hey, do you have a side gate on it as well as a tailgate, or just one or the other?
Yes, it's a tailgate and a side gate.
The side gate is great. It comes out and makes a ramp.
Yeah.
I've never seen something more cool. You know, Jeff Fick asked something, and I don't know why. I don't know the answer. Why do manufacturers take something so cool and stop making them? Why do they do that? The El Camino, the Corvair truck.
Well, no, the Corvair, Tom. I'm sorry, but remember what's his name?
Ralph Nader.
Ralph Nader. Yep.
And Nader killed him. He killed him.
Nader. He killed him. That's right.
But they have the technology now. They could do them. I got to take this break. Thanks for calling. That made my day. We got more coming right up.
I don't know that I ever saw one.
I've never seen one before in my life, before you just said it.
I don't think I have either.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
KHOW Denver, an iHeartRadio station. Ryan Schuling, Tom Martino, Michael Brown Reloaded, and Dan Caplis. This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
No kidding.
Now, Impact Traffic.
Up on the north end of town.
I have never seen something more cool in my life.
7 and Dillon Road at the moment. Northbound 287 seeing two left lanes blocked. Southbound 287 having a left turn lane blocked. And eastbound Dillon Road.
Never seen anything more cool.
Well, I-25 southbound through town seeing some normal afternoon slowdowns between I-70 and Colfax with traffic on March.
This report is sponsored by King's Hawaiian Sliders. Nothing brings friends and family together on game day like delicious King's Hawaiian Sliders. Bring them to the big game table and be the real MVP. Pick some up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your local store. Football and King's Irresistible Hawaiian Sliders. There's nothing like it.
How's this for a criminal defense attorney? Listen, you call Joe Lazzara up front for free legal advice, free initial consultations. Then he evaluates your case and gives you a flat rate for the entire case. You'll know the cost of everything up front. Only Joe Lazzara does that. 303-429-6200, 429-6200. That is the coolest thing I've ever seen. Yeah, it's very cool. Well,
Okay. We have many calls lined up, so I can't promise that, but I can certainly try. Okay? Okay, no problem. Thank you. Good afternoon, Tom Martino Show. Oh, all I hear is static. Please call me back. Good afternoon, Tom Martino Show. How can I help you? Yeah, so that would be Sheridan Auto Tech. And that would be 303 455 7242. Right. His name's Kevin. You're welcome. All right. Have a good weekend. Bye bye.
What's the name of the office you have that does the repairs for peripheral neuropathy?
That does what?
Repairs for peripheral neuropathy. They say they fix it.
Wait, I don't.
They do repair nerves and stuff.
I don't know if Denver Regen advertised that, but I don't remember specifically peripheral neuropathy. I know that there were some infrared treatments that are bullshit. I know that they advertise a lot too. Did we? I can't tell you, to be honest with you, anybody who specifically advertised that. Denver Regen may have said it. Maybe they repair nerve tendons, but do you have a lot of neuropathy?
Arthritis, yeah. Now, do they accept insurance or they?
That sucks. You know,
visit drhi.com. Thanks.
They have to start
Your
accepting
one-stop for
stem cells.
advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart.
Hey, Tom Martino here. Welcome. Let's talk to Vernon. Vernon, what's happening with you? What's going on, Vernon?
Hey, man. Hey, can you hear me, Tom?
I can hear you great. Thanks.
Okay, I called you guys when you guys were talking about high-mile vehicles, and I have a 2002 F Ford 150, and I have taken it to Silderhar Ford forever, and then they were good, and then they were bad.
Yeah.
Now, after listening to you guys talk, I needed some front-end work done, so I went and saw Kevin and his right-hand man, Isaiah, and they looked at everything, and I work with car guys, so they told me, they recommended a bunch of front-end parts.
Yeah.
So I showed all the stuff to Kevin, and he goes, I can do that. And I said, well, it's yours. I'll call you. Call me when it's done. So he had it for a couple, 2-3 days. I can't remember exactly how many days. But when I got it back, oh, my goodness, could that thing run down the highway like it was a brand new truck.
That is so cool.
And so I went back to Silderhar, and I got oil change. So they gave me this crazy list, and I asked them how much it would cost to change the plugs. And they said about $1,300.
What?
So I immediately called Kevin. So I called Kevin. Wait a minute, that's what I said. And he said that's a 5.4, and them plugs are well worth the money that you're going to spend to change them because they're a bear to change. So again, I trusted him. Not one problem, not one crack, not.
Why are they
anything.
expensive
He
to
did a
change?
wonderful job.
It's very
That's
time consuming.
Kevin.
It's about 3 hours to change them.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're expensive plugs. They're $25 plugs.
Well, that's not that bad, but you're talking about 3 hours.
Yep. So it was probably about $8-9.
You have to take a lot of stuff to get off to get them.
They're just hard to get to. Yeah.
Vernon, thank you very much for the call.
Hey, and I trusted him. And Kevin, I'm talking to you right now. I got a little list I want you to look at because I want you to do some more work.
He'll do it.
And
I'll do it.
be
I like
down
that
in
truck.
Probably about
That's in
3
good
or
shape.
4 weeks.
He'd love it. Vicky.
That's my baby, man.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. Vicky, what's happening with you?
My husband and I have been customers of Firestone for probably 15 years. My husband passed away 5 years ago, so I switched Firestones and went to one closer to my house. Well, on October 27th, in a matter of 2 visits, Firestone did damage to my car under the hood and sent me out the door and said, you better get to somebody who can fix it, otherwise your transmission's going to seize up. And I said, what do you mean? I have transmission fluid leaking all over. There's no plug in it.
Wait a minute. You went in there and it was working fine. And then they said, Did they admit they screwed up or what? How did that work exactly?
Okay, I had a paper that says they did the oil change. They did the full coverage, 360 point check on it. Nothing was said about it. Nothing. That was on the 17th of October. So then the guy comes out and he says, well, you need new brakes, disc, and all this other. It'll be about $3,000. So I waited a week and I said, no, this isn't right. So I called the manager and I said, I want a second opinion. I want the car to be looked at again. So he took it in, he looked at it, and he was...
Yeah, but here's what I'm trying to figure out, Vicky. Here's what I'm trying to figure out. When they did the oil change in October, did they do the damage? Is that what you're saying? They damaged your car?
This is the part I'm getting to. When they took it back in the second time, that's when he told me that I had a transmission leak and stuff. Now, this is when I asked for the second opinion on the brakes.
But okay, they changed the oil. They didn't do anything to your transmission or your brakes.
Listen to this, though. When they told me that my transmission was leaking and that my transmission plug was missing, and I said, well, can't you guys fix it? And they go, nope, we don't do that. And they sent me out the door and they said, you better get it fixed as soon as possible. Next thing I did, I turned around, panicked. I looked for a garage or, some kind of mechanic that was close to me. I found one at Accurate Automotive. The owner, I told him my situation. He took me in, and $4,000 later, when he first took my car in, he put it up on a hook, and he showed me the stuff that was in. The oil plug for the drip pan, wasn't the right one. It was threaded in there with some kind of tape. The oil filter wasn't correct in my car, and he said there was all kinds of stuff, but it cost me $4,000. And he said this bill should go to Firestone, and you should be reimbursed because they did the damage to this car. So he reached out to him and said, I got a receipt here for you, and you need to pay these people back. Firestone blew me off.
Okay. How many miles on this vehicle?
60,000.
60,000.
2014
okay.
CRV.
So let me recap this very quickly. Firestone did an oil change, basically October 17th, 2025, and a bunch of stuff. They can't be blamed for the transmission problem you had, though, right? I mean,
but they're the only ones that have touched that car. And
yeah, but they can look at doing an oil change and a transmission. They're way far apart. I mean, I can see where they did not. They ruined your oil plug, right, for your engine. I can see.
When you do the oil change, when you do the oil change, don't they have to check all fluids to make sure they're full?
Well, they do, but sometimes, and I've seen it, and Jeff probably laughs when I say it, they drain the transmission by mistake.
On accident, yeah.
Because it's close to the oil drain plug. They may have had the plug out and put it back in.
That's really common on Subaru.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Subaru's the worst for that.
Trying to tell me that the plug probably worked its way out, and the transmission fluid probably has been leaking out for a long time. Well, I Googled it, and according to what I read, it doesn't just slowly drip out over a period of time. If that plug's out, it's
okay.
Come
Did
out.
you ever get paid from them? Did they ever pay you?
Nope.
What did they say? Did they say they're not responsible for it?
They wouldn't. No, they won't even talk to me.
Do you have?
Probably should have had them involved before the repair, though.
Do you think this mechanic? The mechanic that you had fix it, will he testify for you?
The manager's the one who told me to do this.
I'm asking you.
He was the manager.
Okay. Whoever it was, will the second shop stick up for you if you took them to small claims court? Will the second shop say it was Firestone's problem?
Yes, I believe 99% they would.
Okay. Is Deputy Doc still there? Deputy Doc, are you still there?
I'm here, Tom.
Why don't you do me a favor and call, when you get a chance, call that other mechanic that fixed it for her and see if we have a leg to stand on to help Vicky go to small claims court. I got to take this break. We got more coming up. I'm going to have Deputy Doc check into it.
I got one word for you, ladies. Senka.
Do I have to do a break here, bro?
All right, Mickey, we're going to go ahead and
Okay, thank you.
one of our deputies.
That's so funny with Subarus. Got my oil changed and my car doesn't move. Oh, really?
But man, the idea of if you touch it, you own it, though. That's
well, I don't think she's making it up. I think the guy has put it in her head too that Firestone should pay for it.
No, I'm sure that she had problems. It could be that they did loosen up her drain plug.
It may have been.
Okay,
Yeah.
you guys can work together.
Because they don't
and
come
I'm
loose.
sending it to him right now.
It's not something that works its
All
way
right, no
loose or
problem.
that's nonsense.
Done, Bad Bunny. That Corvair truck, that was one of the coolest things.
That is cool. And I'm like you, Tom. I can't believe I've never seen one, like truck shows or car shows or anything. I've never seen one. I would have remembered the side gate. That's pretty slick.
I don't see why they couldn't make that truck again. It looks a little like a Volkswagen van with a back chopped off.
Didn't Dodge make something similar to that body style?
Yeah.
It looked like it. But they didn't have an open back, did they?
No, they didn't have the engine in the back or anything like that. But just the look of the body had some sort of Dodge truck.
I remember that old van. Huh.
Yeah, the 66 Dodge A100 pickup's identical truck, just the engines.
Oh, yeah? A 60, what is it?
66 Dodge A100.
Oh, yeah, it looks just like it. God damn it. They have a truck, too.
But they have a front engine with a drive.
Yeah. They could have put a side gate in that one.
They very easily.
That is so incredibly the same.
You can buy one and probably get that customized easy enough.
Well, if they can make the F-150s with the handicap where it lifts up the whole side.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It's slick.
It is. I've seen that.
The first time I saw it, it was over at a mall by our house. He had one of the first test runs on this thing, and the locks were screwed up on it. He couldn't reach the lock to get out of it, and he couldn't reach the controls. So we found a problem with this setup. I had to go over there and help the poor guy.
Oh, my God.
But he was upset because he had this done to the truck, but he had bought the truck so he could tow his boat. But with all the additional stuff on there, now it exceeded the weight capacity of the vehicle, so he couldn't tow his boat.
Oh, gee. You ever get involved with crypto?
Never. Not even my financial advisement firm. We do ETFs, which are crypto based, but they're indexed to the crypto,
right?
And so we let them do the investing, and then we invest in the ETF. And that
Like
fund,
Ethereum,
and that fund doesn't do bad, but we don't personally have knowledge.
I just never understood it.
It scares the living shit out of me.
Yeah. Wow.
What is it right now?
It's up 13% today, back to 70,000 Bitcoin.
Jesus Christ.
But I mean, it was down, 62. Yeah, it was close. It was just getting ready to crack 60.
I know fucking people who bought $5,000. They bought it at $5,000.
Yeah.
Well, it was worth next to nothing, and companies started accepting it. I mean, there was a guy who bought, I think it was a Big Mac meal with 2 Bitcoin.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. But there's a lot like that, because I had a bunch in the silvery tea.
Scheffelman provides the counterpoint in her primary challenge of Congressman Jeff Hurd III. A-Rod's final report from the site of Super Bowl 60 and a tribute to Catherine O'Hara on the right side of Hollywood. Friday on Ryan Schuling Live.
Hi, Tom Martino here. All right, so I did mention I would give an update. Let me give that real quick. On security deposits, landlords have 30 days to return the security deposit. It can be extended to 60 days by law, but you have to give a 7-day give it back or pay treble damages warning. So if you do that, they technically can extend that to 67 days. I wanted to clarify that. All right, thanks for being here, guys. We appreciate it. SheridanAutotech.com or transmissionsdenver.com. Thanks, guys.
Martino. And stay